I am pumped to be here. We have a ton of cool coins, and um, I'm just excited. So let's kind of kick things off. Let's see what the first item should be. There is actually like kind of a lot of cool stuff. I'm trying to think if I pull one from here, it should be ready to go kind of no matter what it is. And I see some Greek fractions. I see maybe we can try. Oh, dang, that's a really expensive coin. I want to get one that's like sufficiently. Oh, wait, actually, that's not where they are. Where are the ones that are ready to go as a dollar start? Those are very important to the show. I think that they are the ones right here. Let's see. That looks like one. Australian silver. We have a bunch of insane coins for all of you today. And I think the best way is going to be to generally do a little more on the dollar start front than normal. We have a lot of expensive coins. We have a bunch of counterfeit, mostly contemporary Japanese shoe coins. Here is a Australian 92.5% silver. There's going to be like at least probably $5, if not more, probably a bunch more than that. Yeah, that one had silver melt value of 749. So selling stuff at 2/3 of melt is the first order of business for today. So I think there's a lot of good stuff. That is awesome, Silver Geek. Those are some of my favorite videos to have done as well. I feel like the thing is they truly were given to me, and so these days I'm doing a lot more buying because I'm kind of transitioning. I'm going to make a video soon about like, hey, transition from being a dealer to being or from a collector to being a dealer. It is almost certainly not if it's like one of the silver coups, but let me look. We can just because it's there doesn't mean we can't run it. It's probably like it's kind of worn, maybe like a $24 start. This is Napoleonic 1809. Dang, sweet win for Jesse Tay. Let's see what else. Skippy Fix It sounds good. That is a long skew. I'm actually not exactly sure what you are referring to there. Let's see, and then we'll do the other requests there. These are Italy 2 Lear Umberto, so 140 plus year old silver, $22 of melt. Let's run it 22.15 of melt. We'll run it back of melt before we even get to any of the fees. And yeah, Nepali, I'd be happy to run that. It's probably like a 59 starter, so it's a nice collection that I'd bought out of England. Ooh, I apologize. I don't have the Fat Man. I'm looking around. I only have one PCGS coin. That makes sense for why I didn't recognize it. Nice win there for El Sicario. I think that's a pretty good win. I feel bad, but Skippy, tell me something else. I'm going to be really sad if I then can't do that, but I want to get your requests. I'm also going to get the BSU's request here. I don't actually see that. I'm looking at PCGS, and I don't see any Fat. I don't see any Fat Man. Here is 1811. I'm not, or 1311. I'm not sure why it's considered to be 1311, but let's try it. $24. Small little oval, apparently of Philip. Oh, it's actually interesting. It's rare that you see it's a clear fleur-de-lis on the top, and then you're going to see the PO something. We got a bunch of cool, again, world coins. A lot of Japanese coins today. I think there's the Nepali types. Coin Hunter will snag that. Graffitis and Coin Hunter. Let's get both of those up after the Nepali request. $59 start for a nice looking Mohar. No, I don't. I don't. EDS. Yes, we do have Japanese 1 yens. This, I would not be shocked if it bids higher. There's only a couple left from this earlier, like 1700s Nepalese silver, hammered in good shape. Again, not super common to come by. We have the remainder, I think everything outstanding from that mix is still with us. And so, Rizlumi, what's going on, Joey Meth? We do have, that's a silly self-deprecating statement. But that also gives me a chuckle. I always enjoy a chuckle. Let's show this very nice looking as well. A lot of these have good luster, and I think that there are about 4 left. Beautiful Nepalese types of the Rana Bahadur Shah. Yeah, or there's 1st century biblical. We have 1st century BC. 1st century AD, we have some Pontius Pilate, which we're going to pivot to right after this. They're pretty worn, and we're getting a massive shipment. So midweek, we should have some, and we'll go sudden death because I think there's 3 more from this collection that I have. We're getting a massive biblical shipment in that's been at NGC for a long time. So I think that there's going to be basically this is the last show for a long time where we'll mostly have we'll have like 10 or 20 biblical coins available as opposed to like 50 or 100. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm really excited for it. We'll do the last 2 of these that are in my inventory. I have no leads on any more. So again, if you'd like them, I'll have them till I sell out, but I may sell out today. Reals, not tons. Biblical AD. Yeah, so we have tons of all the procurators. We have, again, some Pontius Pilate requests that were just input that we will do in front of us right there, but there's also in front of that the AD 2538, which let me just go find that. 2538, that is a thick coin, and this actually is a very nice looking one. I would predict that this will bid. This is going to be most of AD 25 I could do a higher start for, or a $1 start. This is not a dollar start coin as much. Man, my computer is not working. Maybe 49 bucks, which I think I just paid somebody 90 bucks for similar ones, but I actually just try to go based off of just what it looks like in front of me. Syro-Phoenician, this one is going to be minted in Antioch, modern day Turkey, but these have circulated and they are low percentage silver tetradrachms. Fantastic win for Coin Hunter. Let's see, Pontius Pilate was the request. AE 3801. This one I think is a touch. You can see a super clear litus there. I think that's what it's called in the middle. This side is more worn. I just want to show that clearly, but then you can see the very clear Pontius Pilate. So if you're looking for a biblical type, there is the litus procurators pruda of the ruler. And oh, nice! I just sold out of those, but they were really popular. Artnopsis, we have some. They are down in Texas. So if you tune in, I think there might only be one Texas. No, I'm hoping that there will be 2. But tune into our Texas show this week and ask there. I think, do we have any? I don't think at this stage that we do. Why don't we try some other like rare types? This one's a bit chipped, but it's a nice little Bactrian silver dram. Could be fun to dollar start and just see where it lands. UA Skippy Fix It for sure. Lord Draco, that sounds great. Here we have the nice, very elegant on the reverse portrait, chipped Menander. This is Bactrian. Beautiful coin. It has the chipping on it, but it's got that nice cap and then a very good reverse. That one is a pretty good outcome. And then for the buyer, that is then here's a Lesbos Milutin Diabol. We'll also dollar start this one. This one should be pretty popular, I would say. Very nice style on both sides, but particularly in that, I believe, reverse. But I will focus on the nicest side here. It looks like a little scratching. Caligula. I'll be continuing to look. I don't have any Caligula. And there's a bunch of nice Greek fractions that we can run throughout the day. But then we have these. Skippy, let me tell you what the price is going to be on that. We have 375 bucks of cost into it, so we want about 479. Will be sub 20% profit, but just so you know, Willie finds we have tons of Byzantine coming to us right now. I think that we're a little more limited in terms of. But if I type in Byzantine, it looks like there's actually. Wow, that is shocking that we only have one Byzantine coin. I have a bunch of Byzantine material coming in soon. Let's get the requests here. It looks like there's one Byzantine, like much later Byzantine type. But yeah, let's get some of these Cobb Reals. Let's see, at 479, I believe, from different shipwrecks of Heart. This one is a chunky one. Again, I've got 379, 375 into it. 479, 469. Why don't we try Beautiful Vliegen heart. Shipwreck cob sank to the bottom of the ocean, and it's great that we have it in that NGC. Going to make it a lot more desirable. $2.99 for which one, Skippy? Love this look here. And then I should have put the start prices on them. $2.99 for WC Banks. I'll try to get that one, but maybe you were talking about, let's see, UA 033. I just got this mix in. The Reals, I think those are like $1.99. They're a good bit cheaper, which will be fun. Because I've got $150 of cost into these ones. Let's see. And again, the nice thing on these is that they are only, I don't have to pay for them until I sell them, so I'll send back anything that doesn't work. But you can see clear detail there, 1652 to 1681, Consolation Shipwreck. And Skippy, I'm not seeing what you were referring to there. Which ones? Oh, no, because I would lose like $150 if I sold that one. So I couldn't do that. Let's see. Some of these are kind of interesting. The Campins are, I think, only 400. Let's see, Venezuelan. That one's going to be about $34. I'll try to make $4 on it. We'll see. This is a Leper colony coin of Maracaibo. What's going on, Tiffany? We do have some cool. I don't have tons of stuff that is like traditional Tiffany material, but we're getting tons of it in. We have a bunch of. It's not super expensive stuff, and we have a couple of other buyers. We have somebody who's going to buy all of our NGC Pruda. Doesn't matter how bad they look at. And I think I have 4 of these, so 3 left. They're going to buy all our NGC Pruda at $25. Basically, doesn't matter what they look like. So I will be keeping the nicest ones. They know that that's what I'm going to do in this instance. Often I'll sell stuff and I'll just sell somebody everything I have. But we have some Christ Fallis coming in. And again, you may only be looking for those silver tetradrachms, which is also fine. But if there's any needs, then we have a bunch of Roman that looks pretty good, I think. Oh, what's going on, Krabby? Yeah, it's somebody else is hit me up and was looking for infinite. So we got a ton of stuff. I have to get you a good allocation too. I'm gonna text you. I think we have like I think it's 1,000 NGC coins coming back this week. No grade stuff. This is our last of these Leper colony coins. Pretty interesting. And so we will get Krabby some widows as well. Irish cannon coins, I don't think we have. Skippy, I'm sure we can snag that. Let me go look for it. These I have $80 of cost in, so I'm looking for 104, but no sudden death in case people are looking to bid them up. Nice little gold phantoms with intricate detail on there. 1711 to 1724, or 1727, excuse me. So the infinite, yeah, I'm going to test the guy on how infinite it is, but I think it's a pretty big company. It's not really a guy, so I think they'll likely buy a lot. I mean, I recently ran out of Pruda, and so I think, let me look. Let me see, where did I put them? But I bought a bunch of Pruda for 25 myself, and those are the ones that are here. And I will, of course, offer them in case people are looking for decent Pruda. This one actually I'll sell for 30 because it's actually, no, I probably got to go keep it at 32. But we will see how infinite the infinite bid is. We'll test it. And that makes sense. I had not considered that, but I could see I could see the Pruda honestly going up a little bit if there's difficulty in purchasing Pruda from Israel. I feel like they're very well desired. Oh, and Skippy, we have to get that one for you. I kind of want to run because it's not like I have tons of these left, but so while there's interest, I might run. That one actually looks pretty good. Um, but then we'll do the Japanese. We have a bunch of Japanese types. Um, and awesome, I appreciate it. The Japanese coins, I mean, those. It's also interesting how a good wholesale bid quickly moves things around. I've had some people paying like for 30 at a time or plus like, high 30s on the boo, so it quickly makes my price adjust from like 35 start and they sometimes bid into the 40s to like actually kind of low 40s start. Um, and so um, it's definitely an interesting time to just be involved. Here we've got another Pruda. Are there any other mites here? We have some awesome Pomeroy Hoard. Um, these are lower grade coins, but they were dug, I believe, in a field in Belgium in the 70s, and I acquired them, and I've encapsulated them by NGC. So I'm going to run this one, and then I'll try. I don't think I've offered any of the Pomeroy coins before, but it's awesome that it's documented Hoard. There's like a whole write up on them, and I'm going to make sure to publicize them. But the nice thing with the documented hoards is that we're able to then get an understanding for what exactly the context of these was. They were, I believe, excavated while making room for like public works, similar to Epvig, but a much smaller story. So here's a Salinina. Again, it's not in as nice shape, but it is part of a 181 Antonianus hoard that was found in Belgium. Really, really interesting. I've kept a good number of them for my personal collection. And so I brought a couple of the other ones here today. Let's see. We've got a couple. What are some of the good ones? Well, we have Pious, but also I kind of first want to. Oh no, there's a few. How many more Prudas are there? There are 3 Prudas outstanding. So I'd kind of forgotten about those. Um, I had not thought about that. That is funny, Tiff. Um, this this is possible. We have some cool 4As, but only a handful left. What about like a really nice Trajan ass? This one I'm going to ask closer to retail on, though I think that people would have room above that. I mean, it's got this beautiful captives, or is it a captive? It looks kind of like a trophy of arms. The obverse looks really nice. I was thinking of starting it for about 69 bucks. That's pretty. It looks, maybe it's more of like a winged Victoria, something like that. Great detail on this side. Just good eye appeal. Bronze. And then we had this nice denarius here. Beautiful on the reverse. Consecratio, it's basically, we'll go 144 start. These are in the after the death of Antoninus Pius, struck under Marcus Aurelius, most likely. The mites, I think we're close to out of them. I'm getting a bunch of them in the short term. Let's see. There's an alias Caesar that could be interesting. A couple of these good types, but let me know what looks best, and we'll try to find it. We have Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, alias is not common. That's probably like a 7. Oh, but it's got a good reverse too. I'm gonna start this for 84. Alias only ruled for 2 years. A denarius. Yeah, you should. Was the seller me, Travis? I would message them. We do our best. I mean, because the funny thing is, like, I bet there's got to be at least one denarius that I've sold that ended up being a 4A. We would never sell that on purpose, but be shocked if it hadn't. I know I've sold one fake denarius confirmed. It was the very first denarius I ever bought. Here is one of the altar type consecratio, but this is actually for Marcus Aurelius. So $139 start. Nice Marcus silver denarius. And then we have some sestertii of Marcus as well. Limited number, but would probably go 99. This is the Victory Inscribing Shield type. I would not, Travis. I've got wholesale buyers that are consistently paying about 105 to 110 on those. So that's how I think about it. If there is a wholesale buyer that would pay more or similar, especially after fees, it has to differentiate a little bit, because the other thing I kind of think about from a business perspective, just for full transparency here, is that I don't want to take, like, I don't want to sell wholesale to somebody that's only going to buy one or two, because then they might not be, that might max out what they're looking to spend. We have a bunch coming back soon. We have some more expensive ones if you'd be interested in those. Nice win for Jay Shelton. But that should be, here's a nice 4A Antoninus Pius. Annona is on the reverse there. Let's start at 49. I really think it could bid higher, but this one is ancient fake, but it's got nice style. Yeah, I would generally not, but I feel like when as I've handled a lot of coins, I've had more appreciation for like unique stuff like a 4A. I did not Silver Geek, but I have some friends who went, and they said that there's like incredible deals over there. Let's see, we have a bunch of Roman Republic stuff, as well as this nice Gorgon face silver dram. Last one of these guys. Judaic Capta, no, Sam. Those have been so expensive recently. Whenever I've tried to buy them, I'm going to have to bite the bullet, but then I'm going to have to ask a real nice high retail price. You've got a Gorgon on the front of this and this magnificent Incuse punch. Yeah, Silver Geek. That's what I've heard. Nolan's Numismatic's going to be the first bidder on this one. 2,500-year-old silver. So Lucas, yeah, I mean, I just uploaded a bunch of nice. There might be some that are of Seleucus, but like, take a look at these nice tetradrams that I just got in. Awesome. Aren't these cool? Nice silver tetradrams. Got a Pergamon. We got a really pretty cystophoric tet. Those ones are super freshly inventoried. Most of those are going to be in like the low 300s-ish. I have to tell you exactly. Let me look. I'll tell you what I paid for them. So on those, there's one of them that I paid $191 for, but outside of that, they range from $207 to $288. So they average like $253. So then I'm probably going to ask, let's see, like $349 would get me to about that 20% profit margin. And I imported them and everything, or had them imported. Very nice, larger Roman Republican with a great galley on the reverse. Semionkia, 217 to 215. So before it quite becomes, it's considered Roman Republic, but it's before 212. Thank you, Marvin. No bids there. Let's try maybe two more of these. We'll see just if, what we might have on our hands. 59 on this one. I think that will probably get this one going. Nice. Also a Semionkia. I think the next one is like maybe a 54 start. That last one's just so beautiful, kind of at the upper range of these like nice little bronzes. Yeah, exactly. I probably can't come down on that last one, but try to be reasonable where I can. Like, I think 54, that's solid. Semionkia there, and you can see Roma in a really fun way. It has the same kind of strike with those little dots on the end of each of the letters that I think is really charming about Roman Republican coins. It's characteristic of the period. I believe, is that around the time of this? Is it the Second Punic War? I need better history there, and that's totally my fault for not knowing it. This one's back up to like 65 at least. Just still fun to offer. And then Marvin, I do a mix. So like all the Prudai I sold, I had bought slabbed, but sometimes I'll pay stuff And generally, it's just about it's a mix of things. I would say a lot of dealers are much quicker to buy them from me when they are already slabbed. So it can make sense for me, and it also reduces. I pay a bunch of money to have them slab. More than I want to have. This is a huge one, by the way. Beautiful galley. I think this one. Hopefully this one will bid up. I do think it should have a good argument too. Really chunky ass, but I mean, it's like an almost oversized looking. It's not an oversized slab, but it looks like it is. Kind of a cool optical illusion. Um, and so I'm more likely to say I get 50. I buy a collection of 50 of the same coin. This one's also a little bit of a cool obverse type 79 start, large quadrants with good detail on the reverse. Um, Very nice looking coin. I think the next one is going to be 74. The next two will be 74 starts. Small town coins. I think that was a good win. This is actually a Trians, and these two are 74 starts. Nice Roman Republican. Kind of looks like Punic, reminiscent of that. And then you can see a lot of the galley, and the Rome is really clear on the back. But yeah, so say I buy 50 Byzantine coins, I might keep 5 or 10 to sell raw, but generally the premium is worth it. It locks up because the coins, the coins I'm getting back, these are no grade ones, and they still take like 4 months or so. But I have some no grade stuff that has stayed for 6 months. It all just depends what we're working with, and then and I have so many coins. If there's ever a time where I totally sell out of inventory, then you're going to see me grading less. And here's 77. We can knock $2 off. It didn't go the first time, but this should be the last of. Actually, no, there's a smaller one behind it that we could also run. B.S. Hughes in the lead. I feel like it's also helpful. I always want to sell. It's better for me to sell a bunch of similar types in a row. It's like very easy to track. Tribute silver. I'm assuming you're talking about tribute penny silvers, which we don't have any of, which is really disappointing to me. That's another type. They're not so readily available, so when I buy it, I have to pay pretty close to retail pricing for them. And then obviously that's not fun because I try to pride myself on even selling at places that I think, and there's some exceptions where I think that it's not the case, but where there could be a room for a little bit of a win for the buyer. This is cool. It's an X Tenasarian, really nice 211 BC, so earlier in the Roman Republic. Dioscuri on the reverse, silver denarius. And we're getting towards our Jewish revolt. I have a bunch of those coming in the mail to me. They should be with me on Monday. Let me see what else I have in terms of silver. Oh, there's at least one. We have cool 4As. We have some Hermaeus, some Indo-Greek. There's also some Bactrian squares. This one is going to be a little pricier. It's like a 79 start. Menander dram of the 2nd century. We have some cheaper, like 55 start Hermaeus ones. And let's make sure that we have a giveaway too. We have a bunch of these counterfeit shoe coins, and I'll sell some later. Again, nice Bactrian silver in good style. Here we have, I know some people like the 4As. I think these are all really nice looking. Is this, no, this is, okay, it says, and it's a silver denarius, but this one's actually plated. It is a plated denarius 4A, but like, isn't the style incredible? Beautiful. Babius QF Templus 4A silver denarius. And then here we have, why don't we try some of the squares? That's really fun. Earlier ruler, Agathocles, $60. Bactrian square from 185 to 170 BC or so. And then we have a Roman Republic. It looks like there might be one that was a later year. I have them organized by year internally. Then we have a lot of the denarii. We do have, I think, one Sasanian tetradrachm still. $59. There's the clear galley. It has a very clear obverse. What's going on, J. Mary?
Hey, babe.
C. Cur F. Trigeminus Semis. We have a couple more 4A denarii if those stand out to people. We have a handful of, if people are looking for BC silver. This is like, I think, modern day. I would say more towards like Pakistan, Afghanistan, and like Central Asia, if my history is right on these. But limited number of these remaining in my inventory, and they're cool because they have Indian on the reverse, and on the obverse you've got a clear head of a man, basically. And then we've got the Marcus Aurelius. Nice win. But there's also some big sestertii, I think, that we are forgetting about. So let me pull those. There's Marcus Aurelius. Here's a big Marcus Aurelius sestertius. This one's a little pricier too. It's the Pietas, I think that says. I might be reading that wrong. This guy's probably like a 119 situation. Again, big Marcus Aurelius sestertius. Beautiful looking while he's a Caesar. So this would have been struck under Antoninus Pius, which is very fun. We have one of the Antiochian tetradrachms in no grade. This one would be, I think, at $80. Syro-Phoenician, very nice reverse there. And then, yeah, I think that's most of the no grade at this stage. All right, I'm going to pull some of these away. Let's do, what are people looking for? AE 5913. Let's see, this is a nice Otacilius Severa coin. What do I have? I paid $63.95 for it, so like $79 is what I would like to sell it for, try to make like $7. Sounds good, B.S. Hughes. I know that there's probably a couple of other ones that I've neglected. Raw World Silver sounds good, Oklahoma. We've got a lot of that, so should be easy to find. Nice Coel Syria Otacilius Severa, wife of Philip the Arab. I have 300 of that, 300 of cost in them, but I haven't bought them yet, so I'm looking to sell them for $389, $399, basically in that range. Here's a nice Hadrian Denarius, and then we have the Raw Worlds. Let's do it for B.S. Hughes after this. This has a very, very nice reverse type, 169 start. Beautiful Victoria Hadrian Denarius. Just in fantastic shape. Yeah, we do. I was just talking about selling some of it. We're giving away some contemporary counterfeit versions. HoloLex will get a contemporary counterfeit. Well, it's possibly contemporary counterfeit, I should say. There's also, it may be just regular, like a modern counterfeit. But it's either. These are not contemporary counterfeits. Let's try. I just wholesaled a bunch out at 16. I'm looking for 17. I know that the fees won't be so favorable there, but Southern Coin looking for it. We'll see. Augustus, we don't have. And yeah, Southern, if you ever want to buy like, 20, 30, 50, 100, I sometimes have them coming in. I other times don't. All right, I'm also going to clean off my desk ever so slightly here. Just so that I can make room to sell more coins. Keep me updated with what else. Augustus, I don't think I have. You can type in Augustus, but I don't think I brought any. We'll do one more here, then we can do some of the boo. We also have the bigger 100 mon. We also have the 1 yen. The Tubu gold. Let me see. I should have a couple of the gold ones. Yeah, there's some of the gold. They're 99 starts. YO coins. 46, 36. Nice. I just bought these in from Japan. 99 start, no sudden death. Sev, I can try to buy some more leper colony ones. I ran through all the ones that I have in my inventory. So I was pleased that I got them. But this is and it's slightly older than the Menon type, which is like a different example. Southern coin, pleased to get that one to you. We also have some of the 1 yen coins, and then we have more world silver, which will be fun. We also have a lot of Jettons, if that's interesting. Oh, nice. Fantastic. So here is the last one. Old Canadian copper. We should have maybe a minimal type, and Mint Matters, we just uploaded a bunch more, so I'm pleased. We will for sure sell some of those guys. There's also that what's it called? WY46 that we need to get to, or WX46, I think. WY46 is the one I'm selling right now. Also have some bullet money. These are like 99 start little guys. This one, the surface is a little bit impaired. 94 we can try. Probably would just benefit from a little cleaning. A 1 yen coin from 1887. Big silver item with a little bit of wear. And bullet money. Yeah, we got some bullet money. It's Thai. I think they're 1/8 bot coins. They've gone pretty consistently when we've had them in. So I bought more, of course. Start these for 14 bucks. Paid, I think, 9-ish, but I had to buy a bunch of them. There's that little marking on the side. Olex. Let me try to find some of these requests. I think, was it 9, 14? I'll try one more of them. If you want a bunch, we can also do that. Southern, I think I'd probably... On Whatnot, I eat a lot of platform fees, so I have to sell them at 12 wholesale. If not, I'd be selling them at 11, make $2 a coin. And then WX. Let's see where these land. Take a ball. 3 or 4. It's a little tricky. I don't have more on. Well, I guess. How many do I even have? I'd have to go get some, and I wouldn't be able to discount the pricing for that. I'd be more looking to sell like a couple $100 of them. Double Andres T sounds good. That's like, it's like a $400 coin, just so you know. Maybe we'll do. Is that the last? There's a couple more of these little bullets left. Maybe we'll drop it to 10 seconds. I'd rather just be, I always try to be straightforward in terms of letting people know where I'm at with stuff. Yeah, 10 seconds. We'll drop the. There's a very clear punch on that one, which is nice. No, that makes a lot of sense. Astro K is going to win it. Here are the remaining 3 that I have for today's show. I'm not going to have any more after this. 14 bucks. Eventually, they have more of a standardized currency. There's also in Thailand, you see a bunch, and we have more. We have the porcelain money. I don't know if anybody remembers them here. So porcelain money would have been small change. I feel like they're definitely figuring out their kind of monetary system. Like on there, let's see. Very nice. Little like bent bar. And then our last. Then we have the WY request. There's also a bunch of like expensive stuff today. So can really go in any direction. This one you see almost like a heart-shaped little punch. This is our last of the bullet money for this evening. Astro K, nice win. WX 460804. A Russian Polushka, as I think what was requested. These are in very nice shape. 1734. Oh, maybe I was off by 1 there. Yeah, this one's really solid. That's awesome, man. So we've got some great picks here. This one's also going to be a similar type item. All the Pruta, I think almost all the Pruta, but I'm getting a bunch more. And a lot of the ones I'm getting are really nice looking. They should be available. I'm hoping I can even get them for a sale on Wednesday night. I may even go live tomorrow. This one is a much bigger one. We're going to go no sudden death here. 1798, 2 kopecks. That sounds good. That is a nice jet, and it's probably like a 49 start. But we'll go through our great Russian coins. Mint will win that one. And then there's a bunch of the Chinese ones as well that I had uploaded special for today. 20 seconds sudden death is probably the best way to sell this nice. And Coin Hunter, let me pull that. Tell you what I paid for it too. Sometimes I want I paid 37 bucks and 7 cents for it when I include the conversion fees. So it'll probably be, I think that one's a very hard to find coin, so I'll look for like 39 on it and try to make $10, which is a little higher than I normally go with my margins, but just would rather tell you than trick you. Super fun, big, but there's a bit of a hit in the corner there. Astro K, nice win. Here is a 5 kopecks of Nicholas the First. Maybe I really shouldn't have dollar started. It's quite nice looking as well. The Afghan, if you type in Durrani, do you find anything? Yeah, I can run some Greek fractional for sure. AC 2303, what is that coin? Nice one for Astro. I said I would run this one. Looks like we have, I'll run that one. It looks like there's maybe a minimal, oh, there's actually a decent number more of the kopecks. This one's like on the screen, so I'm going to run it. And then I'll get this AA51 for 49 bucks for Nolan's. Oh, the Spendus, yeah, it's like a 179 start. It's a little pricier, but still a fun one. It's not in the best shape, but you can see the wrestlers clearly. It's got what you want there. Astro will win that one. This one's no sudden death because, I mean, look at it. I think this one speaks for itself. A little bit wear there, but beautiful. 1672 dated horse style jeton. I don't think so, BSUs. I'll keep looking for it. It's hard to import Russian stuff because when you import, you have to declare the country of origin. And it's not that there's any ban, to the best of my knowledge, on Russian coins, but I think FedEx doesn't want to put it on their bond. And so I have had a lot harder time. I had a FedEx package, cost me like $400 because I was trying to import it's like a $7,000 package, and there was maybe $100 of Russian stuff in there, and it got turned around because FedEx wouldn't. I couldn't get an importer bond for it. Yeah, very nice slinger on the reverse there. Nice win for Numalab. And so, yeah, I had to pay, because you have to pay the costs of sending it back. So as you can tell, it was a total disaster. This one is Catalan colonies. This is like 20 Duchy of Athens. 0426. What is that coin? Very nice. Yeah, Duchy of Athens, William de la Roche, and then we'll do the Epirus Byzantine one. Oh, okay, sweet. They're like probably like 25 starts, and I'll run them. Andres, they're all like $400 just to confirm that you are like in the market with that. They're not super nice condition, but they're Hoard provenance, and so I've had good luck selling them. I just want it before I pull it. I don't want to surprise you. Here is this very solid. You can see the Châtel Tournois quite clearly. Yeah, man. I mean, running a business each year in LA, I have to pay $800. I have a couple of the Mexican coins. Was there a request too that was like WY20? Or what was it? Yeah, Andres, I don't know if that is in your interest. I can certainly pull it. You don't have to commit to paying that, but just if you know you're out in like that range, I probably won't go grab them. Very good point, Nolan's. Fantastic contribution. I'm messing with you. Um, super clear. Anna the First. Michelle will snag that. We've got, I think it's a couple different dates as well. This one's 1730, so a touch 4 years earlier. And this one's cool. It's a little overstruck. You can see the reverse there. That's very nice. So unique error, which I don't know that it's so rare to see. I've seen a good number of overstruck coins. We do have. Here's the real sad thing is that I'm basically out of Russian 5 kopecks. I think I have like maybe 1 or 2 left today, and then there's like 2 more in my inventory combined, but it's brutal not to have any of those. It's like actually sad. Then there was Chinese cash was a request that I saw. I have a nice mix of it back today. Last one of these guys. Let's make sure we get a giveaway. Mexico, what do I have? We have tons of 8 reals down in Texas and at NGC. Oh yeah, well we have the nice Cobb reals from the Vliegant Heart Shipwreck. Astro K, nice win. Let me try. Let's go find some of the beautiful. Oh, and then there's some nice. So these are like the ancient ones. Yeah, I'll try the little bit of Mexican that I do have is very nice. It's these big Vliegant Heart Cobbs for I think $4.79. Mistype 478. 8 reals. Beautiful. There might be a couple of 1 reals in Shipwreck holders for like 200. I think they're all Consolacion. Here we have very nice Western Han Dynasty cash coins. Why is this not showing up all of a sudden? There it is. These are ex-Taisei auction in 1994. $1 start. I'll run all the Augustus. Okay. Well, I'll hope that they'll sell. And we'll start those off as mentioned. I'll flash them on screen quickly, and then we can start them for $3.99 if you're interested. Nice win for Gregory. Here they are. There's the Type 1. There's the Type 2. There's the Type 3. Again, $3.99. If you know you're out, that way we don't run them. These mint, yes. Is that okay? I just don't want to extend the auction way too long. The thing that's kind of nice about it is you can put your max bid in before the auction starts, or like during the auction, and then it'll bid up to your max. So that way you're not just indiscriminately swiping. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I think just for time efficiency, I will put these as sudden death. It's often on coins that I bought at attractive prices, and I'm open if they do end up going for like $5 or $6. I'm not gonna be down too much, but I think they should be more. All right, so we're gonna do. Let's see this one. Then we are gonna try those Augustus coins. This one is from 14 to 23 AD. This provenance is to Taisei auction as well, 1994. Let's see. Kilfrome. We are going to try some of the Kilfrome Hoard examples. So, coin 76, 399 is this. Why don't we do 389? But here we're going to go no sudden death, 20 seconds, 10-second extension. Beautiful looking item. Those are really nice, Dirty Dan. Had a buyer wholesale buy a bunch in the low $100 range. Day Charlie, these were these are recorded with the British Museum, so they have the best provenance you can have. They were from a hoard of maybe 100-something silver denarii. The last coin in the hoard was from the reign of Claudius, so we are almost certain that it was a Claudius, like a soldier during their deployment. But they ranged a wide spectrum, so it otherwise would be a couple $100, but to have those go through the full portable antiquity scheme and have full provenance, I paid a good amount for it, but I'm also looking to make like $100, $120 instead of making like $40, $50. So that's what's going on there. But that provenance does make it a lot more valuable, and hence yes, sounds good, Mint. Would there be a better? I have some Notgeld here, which I can run. If you're going to be around for a while, I may not go to the Notgeld right now. And last drew an AE. What is that coin? It's always helpful if I can get both on a graded, and maybe it's actually I can look it up. Let me see. AE 6208. Oh yeah, for sure. Elemaeus. Wait, did I actually? That's terrible. Okay. Then let's run some Notgeld within a couple of coins. I want to get the Elemaeus request, it looks like. And then we're doing for Mint. That's terrible of me. This is so bad. I'm glad you called me out on it too, because I'll think about it at night probably. Let's see. 139. I also, let me make sure, because on these I can send them back too if they don't sell. And I sold a couple at a losing price last time. That's not a very good business strategy. Here is one where I'll make about $20, a little less than that. Such clear detail in a tetradrachm from a long time ago. We'll do one more. 103, 139 start. What did I sell to you for 160, Barry? One of these guys? We also might have gotten some new ones. These are a new group, so these would have been different from the ones we sold prior. In terms of the person we bought them from changes their prices up on us. That also makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I feel like NGC, I'm a huge fan of NGC, but with ancients especially, there's more variation within the grade relative to like US coins. So that one's also always an interesting little situation. We have let's do the extent of the paper Notgeld that we have on hand, because these are the only flips I still have. So there's 6 flips. We'll find a giveaway, and then we'll start crushing coins after that. In terms of, we might go pretty fast with them. All of these are going to be about 10 notes. This one I think might be, it says 5 shtuk. So I don't want to pull out the flip. We'll go 12 notes per lot. So that's 5. Then here we're going to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, beautiful, 12. So that is 12 nice notes, including what appears to be most of a set and some circular types. Really cool. And sounds good. Zugatania. Oh, there is some Byzantine. So dang, somebody was asking for it earlier, and I did not have it available for them. So let's see. Astro, good to see you. If there's there are some nice medals. There's not a huge number of them. And Tiff, if it's okay, we'll be doing the Carthage, which those are not so cheap as well. I'm like, I wish they were cheap. Thank you, Buffalo. Of course, that's super generous. No need to. But I hope it was helpful as well. We've got 12 notes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's pull this. 6. Very nice. Westphalia, 7. These look larger. 8, that's a 2 mark. 9, 10, a 5 mark. That's unusual. And then let me try to get a smaller. 11, Pusnek. 12. I guess we'll be up to 14 notes. So $5 a note would get us at $70. We'll see where these land. 14 notes here. Much bigger group of them. Bunch of different cities. Some very nice style, I would say. Right at 14. These are Notgeld, which it means emergency money, literally in German. The umlaut over the O. I've called them Notgeld a lot, but my German relative said, "You're not saying that right." So I got called out. They're Notgeld. And they were made in the Weimar German Republic after the First World War, before the Nazi rule, before the hyperinflation, to be kind of like locally produced currency. Some circulated, like I saw one that was circulated there. That's 5, 6, 7 Posnek, 8, 9, 10. This is Posnek as well. That's like a S. It's a double S. 10, 11, and we'll find 12, 13. We're selling too many at a time, maybe 14. So 14 of these. Big Notgeld. I just so reflexively, oh, that's fun. They're like, oh, you could cut it in half and then you'd have 10. That's really neat. That's a fun little type. And so those are like, they're printed interestingly. I think there's few other places that have had such kind of a unified, like all these different towns seem to have produced them. I think similar to some of the porcelain Notgeld, I would imagine some of these were more struck, like some of them were struck for use and others were like half, oh, it'll just be fun to make this stuff. And they can make a little money by printing it and it's not that intended for circulation. Those are interesting. 4 notes there. So that's the first 4. Then we have this group. 5, 6, 7. Then we have this larger group. 8. Oh, I love this type. 9 with different 10, 11, 12, and 13. That 13th one has a little edge bend. But we've got 3 little mixes here. Weimar right there. You have all these different varied reverses. And so, again, big mix, couple different sets. Looks like a lot of the sets would just come as 50, 25, and 10 Fennec types. Others, they would be, yes, exactly, YO coins. The other really interesting thing that I would add to that comment, oh, that one sold nicely to Mint Matters, back of $2 a note there. Let's see. Right here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nice, 7, 8, beautiful, 9, 10 with some bells, and then let's see, dang, 11. This is going to be a lot more than 12. 12, 13, really colorful. 14 with some dead soldiers. 15, 16, 17, beautiful battle scenes. 18 and 19. 19 of these notes with a great, I don't know if it's a full set, but it's even numbered. 1, 2, 3, 5. There's 4. There's 8. There's 7. There's 10. There's 9. 19 of these notes, really fascinating story telling. 80, 78, 01, we can look right after. We only have one Notgeld lot remaining because that's all that I had flipped up. I don't quite think we can veer into craziness here and sell all of them in one go, so I'm going to sell maybe like 20 or so. We'll do at least 20 in this last one. Oh, 2.5 mark. That's bigger. 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1, 75, 50. So that's 6 notes to start. These are pretty colorful. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that's interesting. 14, 15, and then these are colorful too. 16. Ooh, yay. It's a fun type. 17. It's every 18, 19 with a great dark ink black. 20 and 21. And fun, like, different serial numbers. 20 notes there. Those will head to Southern Coin. I think we're going to schedule another Notgeld show for next Friday, but during the day. But if it's better to have it at night, I can talk to Anthony and run those. So those are our Notgeld for today's show. I apologize for not running them on time last time. We still have some of these guys, but there was a request from Quantum 70 AD 7801. It's a nice owl tetragram, but it's a 4A. And so it's going to be way cheaper than normal. How much cheaper is the question? It's probably like a 189 coin, not authentically struck by Athens. Of course, mint. And we'll do the other Chinese cash. I've been meaning to run them. No one sounds good. Let's get another giveaway on. Might have to do a couple more dollar starts just so that people don't get annoyed and think that I'm not, and Whatnot doesn't get annoyed and think I'm not selling enough coins per minute or per hour or per however they calculate it. I don't exactly know how the algorithm works. Very good looking Jen Sung. 189 Quantum. 189. I paid like 132 plus ship or something. And I'd buy them all day at that level. Oh, Mint Matters. That one will go very attractively. We'll do one more of these. Commemorative. No, I think I'm pretty much out of those. There's a couple of the mother of pearl types, which are very elegant Chinese tokens. Rome. Yeah, we have lots of ancient Rome. What price range are you looking to spend? This one is 19 bucks, no sudden death though. Because we have some that's like, we have a ton in like the 150 to 200 in terms of denarii graded. Yeah, we probably have 50 graded denarii. Beautiful scene there. This mother of pearl token from the 1720 to 1840s or so. Oh man, of course I dropped it. That's not an issue though. Fantastic. They're fragile to ship. That's interesting because we've had tons of coins that have, I think occasionally the porcelain have broken when we've shipped them. We've never had any issues shipping the mother of pearl stuff. Let's try some of the Roman. This is like 159, 169. Maybe I don't think that there's anything comparable on eBay. And of course, I'll go look at eBay, and then people disagree with me. But it's got a beautiful Victoria on the reverse. Hadrian Denarius in VF. Let's see, Hadrian NGC VF, cheapest that is available on eBay is going to be a coin that we are selling for $149, but that one's uglier than this one. This one's a lot nicer. After that, it's $189. And who's selling that one? Oh, it's Treasure Town. It's also a worse looking coin. Let's find somewhere. Something nobody else. Then there's one that's being offered. Dang, the fourth cheapest is also Treasure Town. Seems like Treasure Town is selling all this stuff the cheapest available on the market. Yeah, we do, Bug. Why is Treasure Town selling it the cheapest? That's what I don't understand. We need other people to sell it for more money. Or for less money, so it's a little more competitive. Or else Treasure Town gets all the customers. Yeah, Treasure Town needs to sell it for more. Needs to put them up. Oh shoot, Tiffany, are you still here? We have those Sardinian coins that are probably like $119, and I don't think that they would be too. These are gaming tokens that were struck and made in China for use in gambling. But yeah, if somebody can figure out, Treasure Town needs to raise their prices on eBay so that I have better lowest available on the market comps. Oh, let's go, Buffalo. Yeah, it's been so fun to evolve from like I'm feeling more and more like a dealer. I still have a full-time job, but like I've really tried to do really cool things with the YouTube channel over time, in terms of just educating. And now that I have a full-time job, and on top of that, basically, that's funny, Jeff. Here are these ones, and maybe this is too cheap, but I think it's not common that we get them as these are really solidly nice looking Carthaginian types. These are, I think Carthage is in the tip of Tunisia. I could be wrong about that. And so we need to figure out how we can. Maybe I'll talk to the management at Treasure Town and see if they would sell their stuff on eBay a little more expensive. All right, come on. This one should be in there somewhere. Classic Good Coins, what's going on? Let's get a giveaway, and then we'll do a pricey coin for maybe a little too. We'll do a couple dollar starts I normally wouldn't have. Oh, there already is a giveaway. We'll get another giveaway right on top of it. Beautiful. And for those of you that don't know, Classic Good Coins, fantastic business. They've got a lot of they sell a lot of cool ancients over there too. Cleopatra. I don't think I sold any Cleopatra stuff. Why don't we do a couple of rare metals? These are, I think, I bought them all from Stack's Bowers, which is a big auction house in California. They mostly came from Boardwalk Numismatics. This one is a magnificent looking metal of Henry IV and Louis the 18th. So that's where I think we'll try to sell some cheaper stuff. Now that, or like very low start with Classic Kid coins in the house. And Last Druid. Oh yeah, let me go find that. Where did I put that? We have some nice. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Nice win for Dirty O. Congrats. We've got the two Cleopatras that I brought. These are, I believe, ex Stack's Bowers as well. Man, all of a sudden I'm coughing. I've been talking a lot. My voice is a little coarse. We just sold one of these, I think, for $610 on eBay. That is another scenario where Treasure Town is the cheapest on eBay with these guys. And sounds good on WY 0108. WX 390108. Let's try these also for $1 start and with a giveaway to match. This is a huge French silver coin, a crown size écu, 1726. Back of melt, this one has a couple multiples to jump to. Oh man, all of a sudden it's like when you have a tickle in the back of your throat and you're in class and you don't want to draw attention to yourself. The worst with me is when I'm in church and it happens. It can be crazy. We've also got some nice, that one will go to potato. We have some very solid-looking Greek silvers in NGC fine that are going to have a lion on the front and a triscalia on the reverse. This one actually has a dolphin. 390 to 360 BC. Graded silver NGC fine. And sometimes those jump way higher. Let's see what happens if I sell another. This one also has a clear dolphin on it, but they have all different types. I think it's for different magistrates. Lycia is in Asia Minor, which is basically modern-day Turkey. There's the lion's head. You can see its ears actually pretty clearly, which is nice. The Givi coins, coin treasury. Do you mean like, do I have any of those contemporary counterfeit shoe for offer? I do. I could try to go find them. We've got some nice, very nice Syro-Phoenician examples. This is in Gabala. I don't know where that is in modern day. 169 bucks. Rob the Cobb, sure. Beautiful style underneath of it. I'm not sure exactly if it's like a little character, but it's always something underneath the owl. Let's see the other one that was requested. Here's a big silver coin. The last one bid up to 115. This one will start for 100 bucks just for, I guess, insurance, or I don't know, not insurance, but very solid 1726 King Louis XV. I think that's our last écu of the day. And then we have some Trajan denarii that would be like 159 starts as well. Yes, sounds good, BSUs. Those are all dollar starts. I will run them. A lot of them are not super expensive, but it is fun to just like sell a bunch of coins, dollar start. I'm going to try to... None of them have any specific provenance, if that makes sense. So it's just the general, the whole collection. Yes, sounds good, Southern. Trajan with a great winged Victoria on the reverse. 4301. What is that? Yeah, we'll do that after we run some of these. Where did I put them? Again, they're not anything too crazy in terms of, it's a lot of Roman types, I think. There are up to 15, and we need a couple of the Boo as well. I did not spend much time identifying these. I'll do my best live. A couple of them, like this one, kind of looks like a Pruda. I'm really not sure what it is. Small coin. That's where it looks like there's an anchor there, but actually no, it looks Greek. Basile. It clearly says Basileus of something. So it's a older Greek coin that should get a couple more bids there. Yeah, that was probably a slightly better coin. Okay, this is the only one in this group that's going to be not a medieval coin. It's a half Grossus from Boris, Merid, 1796, the date on that one. Very interesting, but then now let's try, I think from here on, it should be ancients that I at least have a shot of IDing live. That one looks like maybe a Crispus, or is it like a 4A Denarius? I'm not, what is that? Anton? Yeah, I think this is some kind of 4A, maybe like Elegab or Caracalla, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but it's one of the Antonines. Yeah, these are going pretty cheap, I would say. I mean, I paid more than $8 for each of these, so that's sometimes how it goes. Here we have a very nice Roman bronze. The Emperor, it's a Gloria Exercit type. And so that one will go to Andres T. And then Let's see, dollar start on this one as well. It is a Constantine. This is a Constantine the Great Campgate Falls with a provincial reverse. That's pretty cool. Let's see. This next one is going to be. It says NOBC, so that's normally like the Noble Caesar. This is also a Gloria Exercit. So I think TAP, I'm not sure what mint mark that's going to be. I don't have that off the top of my head. I think this is Constantine II or the Great. Or I don't think any of them are medieval. I just wanted to protect myself if there was something that I didn't ID quickly enough. I think that 1790s, that's not really medieval though. What is this going to be? Is that TAU? I don't know who that is. STR. It looks like maybe, I'm not sure. Greek tetradrams? Yes, we do. We got a bunch of them actually. Let me break out a couple of them after we run a couple more of these. This one looks like maybe one of Constantine. This is Constantine's son. And so, again, these have all been, I think, a little on the less expensive side. But this one is some kind of Greek one, I think. Because you have a very clear, it's TTO with this very clear club that is probably the club of Hercules. And then a clear female face facing right. Should have a good number of bids. All right, about 6 more. That one's a nice tiny bend in this one, but nice Rome Constantinople commemorative with victory on the reverse. I would love to run that horse. We've got these. Then I did promise people that I'd run a couple of the. Oh, shoot, Carl. I have to run the Japanese. I think I might have to run the Japanese before that because I had kind of been teasing those for a while. Constantius, Pius Felix Augustus, a beautiful with some nice earth and patina. Spearing soldier reverse. Very nice, clear 4th century Roman bronze. And then we have that one to me looks like a Claudius Antonianus with a very nice reverse. I actually don't know who is on the reverse. It's super interesting style though. Elegant portrait, I would say, with an appealing reverse. Still is a little under my cost. Nice one for Nick. But we have a lot of coins to run, as I mentioned, so we're going to have to dollar start a lot here. This one is a good-looking type. And yeah, exactly. It's fun. You know, we've got 2 more from this collection. There's maybe a handful of others. These are starting to get, these last 2 are quite nice. I think that's London Mint with a great globe on the reverse. PLC should be London. Very, very sharp detail. And then last but not least, here we go. Then we have some of the Tets and then the Japanese and then the Jettons. That one looks like Gloria Exercit. It's one of Constantine's sons. It's like $189. I tried it earlier, Orange Band. It did not go. Let me flash it on screen here. There's the obverse. There's the reverse. So if that looks good, I can try to snag it. Let's try the ancient tetradrams, though, that were requested. 5901. This guy would be like about 289, I would say. It's got a pretty good Zeus Hercules. But on a more expensive coin, we want to give people good time to look at it. Let's start it, then we'll do some Japanese coins if these have less luck. There you can see Basileus it looks like there's that clear, like that upward mint mark. There's different privies, and then a very clear in the field there as well. You have a great seated Zeus, a very clear Hercules on the front with nice depth, lifetime issue, Alexandrian Tet. I don't think that these prices are too crazy. I'm making money on them, but I still don't think that they're insane. Let's see, AE 59, I think it's 05. This one's also pretty good looking. Really nice on the back. This one's maybe $2.99, but it could bid higher. Let's show both sides clearly. Incredible, like MP, really nice, and then an MI on the underside there. That says Basileus super clearly. And then a very elegant Avers 2. I'm not sure, Christian. I didn't inventory it as such. This is more there, but it didn't have the crossed legs. That one does have the crossed legs. And then let's see if there's any other ones which I could find here. There's one. This one might be a little more expensive though. Yeah, this one is like 379 or so. Just awesome. Beautiful type. That looks like a lambda. Alexandroi very clearly. Basileus on that side. And then great obverse. Beautiful example. All right. Next stop is, I think we said the Japanese coins. I'm pretty positive that that's what I said. And if it's not, please forgive me, but I'm not trying to bother people too much with bad auction management. As I said, I sold 30 of these for 39 bucks. We'll give a very similar price, obviously 43 right here, but again with a stronger wholesale offer, then I kind of that spills over into where I am selling these coins, making them available. And then some silver, silver Jettons is right after that. I think maybe did Astro K or somebody ask about the Celtic quinary? We can run those. I'm not going to raise the start prices on these. We'll do just 10 seconds each. Very, very pretty examples here. Byzantine, it looks like they're, unless it didn't upload properly, I have a Class I Byzantine Anonymous Phallus. We're about to get a good influx. I don't know what feudal Japan would have been considered. These would have been 18. This is prior and leading right up to as the Americans sort of come in with the gunboat diplomacy, and open up with Commodore Perry. Yes, that's right, Michelle. That is exactly right. That's going to be after these boo. We also have some. These are all authentic boo. We also have some that were sold to me by the same people that sold me these that were likely counterfeits. These are not likely counterfeits, but I think that that's a really interesting component. So exactly, I'm always hesitant to sell those Alexanders. I don't know personally the differences. I think Price has a really good catalog, at least on the drams, like reference work. Astro K gonna win that one. Then we have the last of the boo. Then we'll do some of the quinary were asked for before the Jettons. So then we'll do the Jettons, and then we do have some. Let's see, 4301. Those are like 34 starts, but they could go high. Synaxarian, nice win. There should be a couple more, either shoe or boo. I forget which one. Left, no sudden death. These things sometimes bid high. This is a really nice example. Rome is a bit off center, but a beautiful horse there. Sounds good. Coin Treasury, those are all 400 bucks. More expensive than normal, but they are all from a British portable antiquity scheme, Hoard. So the price just goes up nicely. There we have a boar on the reverse. It's pretty well centered. So Secontoyos. Ooh, and a beautiful left-facing head. Basically, after Julius Caesar conquers them, they no longer produce coins. But yeah, they're really cool coin treasury because they, the museum. It was likely a Roman soldier who died, and then basically was. Um, let's see. It looks like we have a couple. I don't know how many. Oh, it looks like there's two left of these authentic shoe. Then we can try some, and then no, but there should be a little bit more than that. So let me see. WX WY 48 38 $17. I think that it should bid higher than that, but we'll see. The East Indies do it Sherman. That may take a little while. I don't want to promise, but we have a bunch of Danish coins. And then again, we have some of the likely reference pieces. VHS movies. Is that a good market? But please keep asking for them. I'm going to look for it while I'm running these. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Why don't we actually just run it? I feel like you're also the best in terms of showing up to a bunch of shows. I think, that might be, I think I already sold it because I can't see it in there. Let's see. So I think somebody had asked about, was it WY 3743? Yes, it's a French Jeton, but we have more of these. But the ones that I will run next are contemporary counterfeits. Just to make that abundantly clear, I don't want anybody to be fooled by it and then upset at the end of the day. Here we have a nice, no pandas. Wyoming, I'm pretty much out of those guys, like in terms of what's in front of me. But yeah, I'd run them. I'll do a buy now for you. 5 shoe. 5 shoe. Quantity is 1. Price is 100. I'm not gonna have tons of them. Actually, we can do up to 3 of those because why not? Yeah. So if anybody wants 5 shoe, look at them buy now. Nice one for Ancient Addict. Let's see what silver jetons I have today. Oh, that's not a. That doesn't look like a silver jeton, but it does look pretty. Beautiful. No sudden death. I'll just let it go. Synaxarian sounds good. Yeah, if people are looking for shoe, we've got, again, a couple more for, this one's 1721. Again, fantastic Extraordinaire de Guerre. Arta Coronis. Just really pretty item. Let me take that WX16 mint. Is there anything else I can get for you? I'm feeling bad about that one. I think all those Dutch coins, I don't know where they went, but they're not here. That one is going to go to Charlie's in Texas. Let's find some of the silver jetons. That one's silver. Nice. We're going to keep that. I did just pay like 47 for 33 jetons that are going to ship from France. Because I paid $41, but the 15% tariff has been biting. And often they're not supposed to be tariffed, though I think under the new tariff rules they actually are. And there's that date 1726 down below. I think what's unfortunate about the new tariffs, I don't think exempt coins from what I've been told. So in the past, you'd get some that were misapplied. But I think now we're going to have consistent tariffs across the board on the coins. That's okay. I mean, I do end up having to charge a little more for them, obviously. But here's this next one. Whatnot is going a little too slow. And let me try to go find this. Any octagonal? Type in octagonal and then see what pops up. It's 1750. I'll see what ends up happening there. I hope that they can get a quick exemption in. Because I also don't. Oh, it looks like there's at least one octagonal one. I always say, like, I don't want to discuss politics on here unless it's directly related to the coin. So I think I'm not going to give any comments on other stuff. But in that case, I'm just crossing my fingers. Isn't this beautiful? I'm going to start it for 39. This one's a copper one. And so Irish older, I'm not exactly sure. Isn't this great though with a nice luster like that? Yeah, I mean, I've paid like tens of thousands of dollars in tariffs. I'm hoping it comes back to me. Most of it was through FedEx. But this one is what's going on, AG? Be anonymous. I'm always looking for no tariffs on coins. That would be my position. But there's all sorts of import restrictions. Let's see. This one, $55 start. This one looks a little clean, but actually no, it's solidly clean, but also there's good like luster on it. And then it's a pretty coin here. We've got some nice. We have some of the gambling tokens if people want them. I'm not going to raise the price on these Jettons. They should all go for more than the 55 start, but I think it's kind of a fun thing to do is just keep the old price. Bronze or brass coin on the table? Yeah, that'd be fun. I could probably even dollar start that one. I think there's like 5 or 6 Jettons in front of me that I'm going to try, and then we'll do the brass one. Then we can do some of the dollar start nice Chinese cash. That's pretty nice relief. Comitia Artisii. Yeah, actually, I didn't see what you said, but you you know, you want to avoid that. The problem is there are a lot of sellers because I buy stuff internationally. There are some sellers that will put a lower value, but if they say, then they're not insured either. So it's frustrating. Let's see. We've got 2 more. This one is not this is a nickel Jetton, so we'll do dollar start. Paid a little bit for it. I think that the biggest thing with the Jettons is that they were more like ceremonially, so they weren't like circulating like regular ones would. Beautiful. This has the all-seeing eye. I think this will be popular. It's the only octagonal from this group. I'll see if there's any other octagonal ones. Louis Philippe. Nice win. Then there's some other copper Jettons. I promised I would do this brass one. There's a bunch of other metals too. Dollar start. I didn't pay like super low for this. This is from that nice collection that was from Stax Bowers, then mostly Marc Entrée. I wonder if it's like an entry token for some interesting. It looks like a whip almost, and then like some kind of mask. But I'm not sure what this would be from. Fest Arrangeur. And then here we have some of these are contemporary or possibly modern. I'm just calling them reference. Described by the reputable Japanese seller as a likely counterfeit originating as early as the Edo period, with potential for later silver reproductions as well. These are not authentic shoe, but they are still very interesting. That one even has a counter mark in it. Um, so they've been, it's a very interesting type. Um, and the seller, it's a good thing that the seller is selling them basically, because it means that they're paying close attention. Like these are all, the style's a little off. It's not quite as precise as some of the other types that I've seen, and I'm giving a bunch away as well. I just think that they're like a very interesting piece of coin history, like slightly older counterfeits. And it's interesting that because a lot of them, there's also a world where people would just accept them and they would just use them as, counterfeits long after. I don't know what the circulating pattern, like that one you can see it's got, and there's two types. This one would have been an imitation of the Meiji one from 1868 to 1869, but the strike is not that strong on there. I don't want to guarantee any. So I've said that they are typically made of silver. That's what the seller told me that they were. They said, but often lower quality, and probably some of them are going to not be silver. It's you can't promise anything with the imitative, and I'm not even guaranteeing that they're the contemporary. I just know that it is a reference piece, but they are. The seller said that many of them were from the Edo period. So I think that that's all of the. We have this, and then one more, and then we can try. I have some of the big 100 mon too, and then the XRF things. If anybody has 40 grand to loan me, let me know. Once I open a shop though, I'll definitely need to buy an XRF. That would be really cool to XRF test, like, it gets to a point, right? But to XRF test. Well, this one's a nice Northern Song, and these have provenance to 2001 in Elsen, the Belgian auction. Yeah. I'm just not doing, but you know what? Some places will rent. We have a Sigma. We have a Sigma, but it's in our Texas office. Mint matters. There's again, any requests, let me know. We just have a ton of sweet stuff today. This one is going to be Che Tsung from a little bit later. And is there any? No, there's not a whole. Okay, and also I need to take a little pause here so that I can make sure my computer's charging. Very decent style. I just got a alert. XRF, I think, is gonna. I definitely want an XRF. It's just not the kind of thing that. Oh, the other copper? Sure. I do not mind it at all. And then I think we've got 3 more of these. Now we're getting into some of the Vietnamese types, and there's some other ones that we pulled, but I'm just talking about the ones here. This is the only one of the Tran Tong 1251 to 1258 that I brought today. Early crown size, we sold some of the ones I did. These are 1300s. 2 of these Tiofeng Bingbao. And then we have, that's nice detail. We'll do this last one, then we can do some of the other Japanese style ones. This one has some cool like blue oxidation, whatever you call it. And then Jesse Tay, yes, sorry. I've been going so slow. Then we have Copper Jettons. Shipwreck, the Shipwreck request I somehow missed. I've been selling too many coins without looking at the comments. I apologize. All right, let's find these. 10108 is their request. Where is it? Schleswig Holstein 10 Reichsbank shilling, or 8 of them. Actually, a good looking coin. Danish duchies of Schleswig and Holstein. That's cool. We have nice Danish types for today. I think people will like them a lot. Let's see. We also have a bunch of the, there's a 1 skilling. Very nice looking coin, 1809 from Denmark. Very good detail. And then let me pull some of the copper jettons. Do we have any of the on-screen ones? I think we have a couple of those left. Nice win for Lorenzo. Do we have the on-screen? Because then we can just rip them dollar start. Let's see. Crossing fingers. Do we have them? Yes, we do. Yay. All right, we'll run 10 of them. These, I'm probably going to target to have like at least 15 seconds. We'll maybe go 15 seconds so that we, let's get a givey, and we'll just send it. Dated to 1743, though it could have been struck a little bit after Optimo Principi. The VOC, Mint Matters, no, that was so frustrating. I uploaded those a long time ago, and I think what happened is that they, for whatever reason, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea where they are. I think they might be down in Texas, and I might have accidentally sent them inadvertently. 1660, this one's actually a better, and a dual type there, with Louis the 14th, and I think Maria Theresa. This one should be, dang, that one. Okay, maybe we'll go 20 seconds on these just so people can, or maybe on this one we'll do 15. This one is, oh no, we should have done 20 because there's like a very cool procession type, but it's a bit worn. But you can see there's like some big scene there. It would take a little bit of time to inventory it and figure out Louis the 14th there. Let's see, Mint Matters. I should be bringing back some nice VOC ones for next show. This one is going to be Lazarus Gottlieb Laufer. I forget if he's 1600s or 1700s. Thin Nuremberg. It's probably towards the earlier part because Magnus Rex refers to a king that would have died in 1715. So a little bit earlier there. Gregory. We'll take that one. Then after that, we've got this Nuremberg type. Got a punch in it. I'll get Victoria. Also going to be like very early 1700s or the late 1600s time frame on this one. Nemesis, those could be, well, it's better for me to be more specific if I have a little bit of time. Sometimes inventory. 1674 with a great portrait of Hercules. This should have 20 seconds. This one's really cool. 1674 Hercules with a club and a lion. Louis le Grand Roi. Magnifique. That one's going to go to Nemesis. This one has a very cool die crack. It's got to be something interesting about it. 1743. Yes, the Sun King. Was that because he never died, basically, or I forget exactly why. But yeah, very cool die crack on this Louis the 15th, dated to 1743. Dang, that's really cheap. That's obviously less than I paid for it by a good bit. Let's see what this next one is. 20 seconds, I think, is what I forgot to adjust it to. Ooh, that's a good one to adjust. 1671. Looks like a nice field. Here's Louis the Sun King, but it's much younger. You can see there's a little scratch, but you can see a much younger face on that side. Sounds good, Synaxarian. We'll run them. I think they're like 94.99 starts or so on the Japanese. Seth Gel going to get that one. We'll have 2 more of these, and then it's time. Let's see. Where did we put this one? 1639. It says Ferme des Aids. Close the help? I don't know what that means. Superflat demo, 1639. Gregory with an insane win. I need to be inventorying this stuff. All right, next we're going to adjust these. $24 start. I just don't want to take too many L's here. Sustinet Labentem, Charles VII, Argo Auspice Victor, nice Jeton with a militaristic scene. I do, Mint. Those are going to be ready to run soon as well. And then I think I improperly counted what I had in front of me. One more than we have. Wait, what was the request after that? Oh, Greek fractionals? Sure. This is also really cool. $24 start. Let's take a look who all is in this procession. 1723 dated Lex Coel est Iolio Unctus. Some interesting scene there. Louis XV. Oh, the Copper Jet. Was it Copper Jetton's VOC? No, Synaxarian. It was the it was his big plot of yen. This one's the cheap one. This one's $94. The other ones will probably be like 99. Meiji Japan. Full chase. Gonna get that one. Let's find another. Do not want to go away from giveaways for too long. Chrysanthemum reverse. There is the lion, 1 yen, or yeah, it's like a dragon. And then let's try some of the others here. $99. 1 yen. Fantastic type. Pretty popular, I would say. It's one of the more requested ones, so I was pumped that we got these. I'll probably just run all of them, Danny. I think those ones are in my just dollar start and see where they land. This one's, I can see the cleaning on it clearly, so you can see it's like a little more clean than normal. So, but good luster. Nice one for Cal. And then we could run maybe one of these older ones. 1882. That's nice and old. $1 El Salvador, I don't know. I have not tons of Central American. I have a little Southern American. I have Ecuadorian. I know with chop marks. I don't see chops on them. All right, those look more fun to show. Let's see the request from Nemesis. Perfect. Why don't we just run all? Keep things simple here. Oh, we have a bunch of the Japanese beans as well. Do people want to see those? In the past, the answer's been yes. They're like mid to high 30s. Let me just orient, because I didn't buy these. I bought these individually, paid for. This first one is going to be a $34 start. Make like $5. 1577. Yeah, Kuzbane. It's all pretty pricey, but we've got Vlegenhart Shipwreck. And when I say pricey, I don't think it's crazy expensive. If that makes sense, it's like in terms of for the coins. Yeah, for sure, Nemesis. Do I have any other ones? We've got Vlegenhart. I think we have Consolacion. We have Duro Shipwreck, which I have not seen elsewhere. That's like $3.99. Of what types? 1634 on one side, 1585 on the other. That's a good looking coin. There's a Pegasus. This one is a nice French Gen with a beautiful line there on the back. Hopefully this one bids higher. Of course. 1690 Extraordinaire de Guerre, very elegant. Ludovicus Magnus Rex. Let's see, some of the bean money. We have a couple of smaller ones that would be cheaper. This would be like 34 bucks for a Tokugawa Shogunate bean money. Low percentage silver, stamped clearly. There's the reverse, like these little markings on it. Really cool. The other ones would be more expensive. And then we had the Norwegian request, right? I think that was a thing. Maybe we run in front of them, just some of these guys. Cool Japanese 100 mons. Sudden death, 15 seconds. That's risky and quick. Peg, what do you mean by that, Coos? Very solid type with a lot of room to run. Oh, Pegasus. I don't think I have any of those staters. Oh, dang, that one's back a bit. Maddie, let me show you what a Givey looks like. I know I sold some of them. It looks like a little contemporary. I mean, it's like they're in a different room. I sold all the ones that we had prior that I could have pulled from quickly, and now they're in the sold pile. I'm not trying to be suspicious about it. Let me put this on. Nice Trajan in NGC VF. Let me go find. Here they are. Here's the Giveys. So that is that. Can you get me that skew on the Norwegian ones again? We've got, I think, a good mix of like attractive dollar start items here. This is a silver one. Oh yes, perfect. WX 2509, 09, 08, and 11. That was the ones we were looking for. Oh, those must be chunkier ones. Maybe they're not dollars. Oh no, I think they are. It looks like this one is going to be the nicest condition one. Dang, that one for $4. Great win. I'm super happy for you. Let's see, 1803, 25. We'll start with 11. Norwegian 2 skillings. Norway is not the easiest place to find items from. 1803, skilling dance, skillement. Kuzbane, those are real pricey, I think. But I don't know that I have any of them. No, they'd be a lot more than that if it's a thick one with a Greek Pegasus. Just to level set. I don't think I have any of those though. Here's another one. This one's pretty cleaned, but the detail on there is quite nice. We've got a 1650 example. This one should be, we'll go 20 seconds on these last two. It's got a little bit of a like fold in it. 1650, 2 skilling dance. And then a nice other side as well. Very fun. And then, let's see, this one, 1803. Has good luster. This one's definitely, as I said, the nicest. Though that bill in nature is showing through because it looks like tiny hints of copper in some of the areas. But yeah, this one should bid pretty solid, I would say. Dang, that was cheap. Nice one, Danny. Glad that you got the ones you were looking for. 1874 examples of very nice looking, in this case, 25% silver, 4 skilling of Christian the Ninth, but in very good condition, I would say. Dang, all right, that one. Do people want to see ancients or, there we have Chinese, Vietnamese. Oh, that one should not have been done that cheap. 1708 skilling from Denmark. 5 seconds left. Really quick. That's a awesome coin. That was a really bad sale. Nice win. I'll call it out when I see it. That was improperly run. Straight settlements, sure. I think they're both like 159 or so. I'm like asking a pretty solid retail price on those. Let's pull them. I think one's a better date too. Danny leading. We will, after we run this Danish. It's fun to think these were like big copper coins being struck right around the time our Revolutionary War. Tensions are bubbling up. A Siglos. Do I have any Sigloi, Seth? I think I have one, and it's like 100, 29 bucks or 119, because I should have totally graded it, and instead I didn't. 3 of them. Okay, the other ones should be like 74 bucks. Owl, peace and love. What's going on? Oh, peace and love. I think I have something better. We're still waiting on that Domna, but I got, and you can cancel the other Domna if you'd like. I have 2 Mint State Julia Domna denarii. Somebody offered me some, and I immediately bought both of them. I think I paid $325. So with Whatnot, I would look to sell them for $399. Let me look and make sure there's none cheaper on eBay. Julia Domna, and also no, in this case, I can send it back to the guy if I can't sell it, which is like insane. I think I also have a Julia Domna from the Alexandria Mint, which is kind of unique. That one's at $149. Again, do not buy any of them if you don't want them. There's one Mint State on eBay for $495. We'll come back to some of these other ones. Let's take a look at both of these reverses. This one is going to be Diana I think it says Lucifera, and this one says Vesta. So we'll do the Vesta first. Mint State Julia Domna for... Oh no, did I not upload these? I could have sworn that I did. Domna, okay. It just didn't show up. $3.99 for both of these guys. 20 seconds, no sudden death. Beautiful. Okay. Sounds good. These were the only 2 Mint State ones that they had. So they're just really fun coins. Gorgeous. Diana Lucifera, again, very interesting type. And then I think we have one of the Alexandria Mint, and I think that one I have like 105 in cost, so it's a little bit of a higher margin one. Where did I put it? I really want to run it. That one will go. Let's see. The owls, I'm a little, I don't have quite as many. Here's this one. Interesting, again, Egyptian. If it was not Alexandria, I'd do it for like 129, but not something I see a ton. Nice to have a provincial. I would not recognize. How do you know if something's minted in Alexandria? But I find that interesting. Let me look what I have in terms of owls. I just know that it's a little bit, I'm running a little bit lower on them. We have this Foray tetradrachm, and I would offer 169. It is fake, so, but it was struck in the ancient times. That's the only tetradrachm. Thank you, Kuzbane. I'm not exactly sure which Pegasus ones you're referring to, but this one would have been inauthentic with an outer copper, with an outer silver, and then a little bit of copper on the inside. I wish I had more on the owl front. I actually might have one Attica hemiobal. It's probably like a 89. It might be imitative. That's what NGC has said. It's like a little fractional with a little edge filling, maybe 79. It should sell at 79. Little owl, ATE is seen there. I wish the buggy owl eyes were looking at us. There's the front of it. But some really fun coins there, and thanks for the purchase on the Domnas. And then, so the Pegasus. No, these ones we had to run. I don't think that I have any of the Pegasi. I could look at the other gens and just run them. 149 straight settlements dollar. 1907. And then what does a 1919 straights go for? I think they're kind of pricey. Oh shoot, and I think somebody had asked about the denarii coins. Who was that? I'm just remembering them now briefly here. You can buy an AU details cleaned. I think that this one probably is cleaned. I would put it for 149 as well. The iconography. Okay, we should have some with cool iconography from that time. If that's the request, I should be able to find some. Let me think. Nice one for Synaxarian. Let's try a Givey. And then, oh, here's the Caesar one. Did anybody have 1638? I forget who were requesting it. That's got to be the last one, but that's the Julius Caesar 1638 dated Jetton. That thing is going to bid. I think I do want to keep these $19 starts. We're getting to some very nice types. 1658 X Nicito Nihil. Yeah, I can. I definitely can. That's okay. Let's do the other ones that have IDs with them. Oh, SPQR Treasure of Netherlands example. These are going to be a little higher, 36. Danny, you sounds good. Can you ask after we do these Jettons? I forget who had asked for the Julius in the past, and yeah, I'll end up running the Julius. SQPB, Seth Gel in the lead at the moment. Thanks, Danny. Belgian states, this one's really interesting. It's like a it's a copper communion token. So interesting. 1659, you see the chalice. I took communion. How many hours ago was it? 6 hours ago. Looked pretty similar. They've been doing it in a similar way for a while here. Very interesting. Let me see. Next up, we've got this token for bread. This one's going to be cheaper. $24. Again, the order will then be the Julius Caesar. Is that the one that had been asked for? I think. Year 1700 in Liege, SPD. Saint-Denis, Chapitre. Looks like almost like an old little do-it. And then some nice, this is a Louis Jetton, 15 seconds, $34 start. 1655 with a nice leaping, there's a little chicken and then a leaping lion. Cantons Fuga. I don't have tons of it left. Why slightly early? I'm actually just curious. Like, do you only collect like Louis? Are you looking for Louis the 13th stuff? Is that what I should look for? 1664 dated with a beautiful cloud and sun. Nice one for Seth Gel there. Do want to also make sure that stuff that's, let's see, this one is 29 bucks. 1667 dated. Is this 1667? Apparently this is. Ad Sertoris Securitatis Publicae. Oh, and I forgot to run this silver jet, and it's a little cheaper because it's smaller. Latte Cuncta Profundit. Louis Magnus is the 14th. Chariot in the Clouds. And then we'll do the Julius with a magnificent dollar start. Let's see. This should be a big one. Beautiful. This is the earliest jet in great iconography. 1638 dated, no sudden death, 10-second extension. Ah, gotcha. I mean, I think I have some Black Death times. Julius Incipient Magni Procedure Mensis. Lovely. $16.38. This is why I bought this whole group of Jens, because I wanted this thing. I do have Ecuador large coins. Yeah, it's so awesome. I've never sold this type before. Yeah, let's get some Ecuador silvers up. Just very, very nice. There's a lot of Jettons that I get offered that are that I have to pay like 80 to 100 for. And then I'd have to pay, or sell them for a lot more than that. I don't know if there's appetite, but it's like rarer. Raw silver drams, Oklahoma. Which one? You were talking about some type. I think it might have been the Jettons. All right, let's find Ecuadorian ones. Can you tell me some specific names on the raw silver drams in terms of SKUs? Maybe I'll run Ecuadorian silver for back of melt. We'll start with some of these smaller 2 sucres. Ecuador 2 sucre. Let me look. Ecuador 2 sucre. These melt for 18 bucks 72. We'll start them for 18 bucks. And they melt for 18.72. Why don't we start them for 17? I really like it when there's a bunch of bids coming in. Getting way back a melt here. These are fun. I actually think they're slightly numismatically interesting. They're actually minted in Mexico, which is also interesting. I forget that about these ones. The Casa de Moneda de Mexico is where the Mexican coins are origin. Oh, the siglos, Seth. Yes, I'm gonna run. There's a good bit of these Ecuadorian types. Then it is siglos hunting time. Let me try to actually look for it while I offer these other ones. I can only see one. That's what I'm confused about. But I found the one that I have, but that's the expensive one. I think that's the only one that I've got. Tucker, what's going on? Yeah, that's okay. It's expensive. I'll just show it to you, and there's going to be zero hard feelings if you don't want it. More Mexican mint Ecuadorian silver from the 1940s. Coachbane, I really want to find it for you, but I don't know that I can promise it. I'm always on the seller's team, though. Obviously, if I had anything that would come to mind that would be that thing, I would definitely go get it and sell it to you. That's the problem. Yeah, beautiful Ecuadorian silver here, though. Minted in Mexico. Ecuador is interesting because today they use the dollar. They have this. The sucre still exists, but it got revalued at like 25,000 to 1, I think. And whoever bought that first one was lucky. That's where I thought they would go. That's why I was pretty also confident to start a back of melt. Beautiful Mexican silver of Ecuador. It's interesting. Technically, if you're importing this would have to be tariffed under Mexican conditions as opposed to... That's how they do it for coins. It's where the mint is in modern days. So also if you bought something and it was like an old mint that's now part of a different country, it gets tariffed. I've had to pay coins to the Byzantine Empire, tariffs to the Byzantine Empire. Isn't that kind of nuts? But that's normally like, I think, Turkey. Though there's Byzantine mints all over. There's Italian. Okay, the next ones have 46 bucks and 89 cents of silver in them, according to NGC. 46.89. We'll start these for 45. These are all the last Ecuadorian ones I have that I'm aware of in my collection. And I think that we have 4 of these available today. Nice crown size silver. Synaxarian will win that one. The crown size silver is just so hard to get these days. It can be pretty frustrating. Again, 46.89 of silver in these guys. That's funny. Everybody's... Poor guy's getting flamed in a whatnot chat. Well after his departure. What's up, Polo Pal? All our things. Back a melt, we'll see. Will it land? Dang. Brutal, but per usual, this is the last one that I've got. We will go no sudden death because it's really cool. And it's nice, and this one's pretty flashy. Yeah, exactly, Snap Bean. It's crazy. You never know. Oh, and then Danny, what coin were you interested in? Oh, wow, we really synced our thinking there. That was pretty cool. And then, all right, let's do these French. I think those are also going to be dollar start coins. So they're actually pretty decent looking. They're worn, but like they're pretty nice for the type. 8th year long wheat. All right, that also went a little for me. Shoot. What do I do here? Michelle, that sounds fantastic. Is that WY2320? Oh, the Siglos is next. The Siglos is next after this. Sorry. And then the silver penny, the third coinage. I'm going to just look at it, and I'll get that one for Michelle after this. This one, not clear 100% on the date. It looks like maybe the 7th year. And we'll do some more French after we do the Siglos. Also some nice Danish that I brought. All our things, nice win. Here's the Siglos. That's why I'm asking 124. It's so good looking. Wee. There's the reverse. Beautiful, chunky Achaemenid Empire Persian Siglos. I'm not surprised to see that getting recognized. WY2320. Where is it? Let me, this one, A little bit more expensive. I think I paid 67 for it. Yeah, 67.93. We'll look for 84. Joshua Heath Sampson sounds good. I'm gonna look that up. That one, I think it's like 269. One of my friends from Kentucky had that one. There's also cheaper Alameus if people want it. We have some nice Indo-Scythian tetradrams that I also would call out. Here we go. I've sold like every one but this one that I've owned. They are always quite popular. Zoroastrian Fire Altar on the reverse. I think most of the ones I have outstanding are those 4As, and I think a lot of them are. I think a lot of them also don't have the holders. Mexico, we just sold a ton of Mexican coins. Like they also don't have the prongs sometimes. Let me look. Are there any ones that stand out that are just like regular? Oh, here, like something like this. Let me show the Alameus. I think I have some of these for you, Tiffany, the next time I order from them. I think we only have one left in each location. This is not a tet, this is a dram. These are more the retail at like 139. Very nice silver dram with a great reverse. I have a lot of German though, Carmas. The Byzantine, no. Let me look it up. Okay, I don't know why this is being annoying. Let's call this the Christ Phallus. This is going to be EG 224086. We'll dollar start this one. It's the only Christ Phallus that I brought today. It's also class I, so a little bit tougher to find. With a big cross on the reverse. Byzantine Jesus Christ Phallus. Should have a couple multiples to go. Got wholesale in for a good bit more than this, so we'll see. Also some nice Elagabalus Tets. Dang, Coin Hunter, that was a terrible sale by me. Why did I do that? Nice win. We've got, let's see, Elagabalus with NGC with some graffiti on there. 124 Roman provincial tetradram. So from the Roman times, Elagabalus is a crazy emperor, very unpopular. I think he was installed after Macrinus's usurpation of the throne. Yes, that's also part of Elagabalus, but was basically, I think, quite disliked by the military, and so they caused him to meet his end. Exactly. I think that's right, Ancient. It would have been, I think it would have been one of the, was it Domna or was it like Mesa or Paula? One of the Julias. We also have we do have a Julia Paula. Beautiful denarius. Let's try one of the Republican Marcius Lebo, like 149-ish, I think. Very good eye appeal at reverse. Roma, so clear on there. And then let's try Paula. This one's like a 229 start. I don't get Paula Concordia in there, like a 1-year type. Don't get tons of these guys. Sure, Nolan's. Let me find it quickly for us here. I think it's like $100. It's like a $400 coin hunter. If you know you won't spend that, I may not pull it up. If you might on a circulated, but it's more the Hoard provenance that's significant there. Beautiful Elizabeth Regina around the edges of this one. All right. Let's find some great Danish items to offer. Half Skilling Dansk. Next step, Givy. $17.71. Very clear half skilling. Pretty good looking, actually. Nolan will win that one. Of course, Nolan, thank you for requesting it. Here we've got a half skilling Dansk, very good shape, I would say. Bay Golfer, what's going on? Posthumous. I don't know how many posthumous coins. Actually, I might have a cool posthumous that was from a Belgian horde. If you're interested, it's NGC encapsulated. It's low grade, but it's like $69. Very, very interesting, I would say, based off of its horde provenance. I think it was discovered in a Belgian construction effort circa the 1970s. Oh, that one is nice. Chunky Danish 1852 Rigsbank skilling. Trying to think if there's any other of these Danish items. Joshua Heath, why are there the joining? Well, it's good to see who's coming in, but normally that only happens sub 50 folks in the show. Danzit, what's up? Brian Bro, Nick BL Moore, Michael May, 1867 in this very good looking lustrous condition. For some 1800 silver. That's tough to find at these levels. This one's a 4 skilling Rigsmont Danish coin as well. Then we have some of the bigger ones too. I'll have to get one of those, see how it looks on cam. There's a 4 skilling. Big Pappy to snag it. What else do people want to see? Let me know. This one's a big time 16 skilling. Does look a bit clean, but 1858 is certainly pretty early. Nice AE 4422. Dang. That is the last of those that we'll be offering in the near term in the unprotected range. It looks like there are maybe a couple of Norwegian and interesting nice quality coppers. We'll kind of come back to those. Jesse Tay sounds good. Uncle Drew, I just sold a Byzantine for a big loss, so I'm a little bit like, eh. Ilkanate, I paid 18. I'm looking for 24. There's also a bunch of Greek. What's it called? Bunch of Greek coins that would be in that vein. Okay, where did these coins go now? Now I'm going to be frustrated. Okay, I think I found them. These are Abu Said. I think this is more the Black Plague era. Very nice eye appeal. Silver coin of the Ilkhanate. I think that's one of the post-Mongol dynasties. Very, very cool and in good condition there. Not a type that I see super frequently, so I was offered like 20 of them and I pretty quickly bought them. Stacking, that is the coin that I sold, and it was sold for a horrible price, so bad. Um, so I'm entirely out of them. So you should have been here 15 minutes ago. I don't even want it to, it was a bad price. It was really bad. And then let's see, we've got, I think, maybe 2 or 3 more of these. The interesting, like, circles around the coin design looks nice. Yeah, we're blocking that memory. There are 2 more of these officially left after a thorough review. They're all pretty nice. That's cool. I mean, it looks like there's maybe a little bit of, like, mechanical doubling, something like that. Danish skillings. I should have a couple of coppers. I'm going to try to get that one for Charlie's Coin, Texas, beforehand. Here's the last of the Abu Said Shabankara. Beautiful style, super well centered example in front of us here. It's our last one for today. And then W6309. Hey, we'll get to keep it if somebody else inquires at a later time. WX6309. It might take me a little while to find this. There's also some more French copper. Oh, and some Australian. Wasn't that a request? I said I would take requests, and then I didn't. It's a nice key date coin. Here are the nice Italian. Pappy sounds good. I cannot wait to check that one out. Dollar Start Madras. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. Doge Francesco Erizzo. 12 Bagatini. The 20. Oh, we got to get some of those too. Let's see. Let's run a couple more Dollar Start guys, and then Big Pappy's got a request. Very pretty Giovanni Cornaro. Sounds good, Totsi. Or is it Tazi? We'll have the request from, let me look. Big Pappy's up next. Tell you what it's going to cost. I think those are like $129. It's cool. It's like Christ's lifetime. We have some different Indo-Scythian tats, but Christ's lifetime. 129 with no sudden death. Vijaya Mitra. Vespasian. We should have some Vespasian. Great detail on this guy. German talers we have. I think it's a little bit impaired, the one that I've got. Let's see. Which one is that? Another Vijaya Mitra, if there is other interest. Well struck. The brothers. Yeah, exactly, man. I think I've got the brothers one. German states Notgelds. We sold a ton of the silver ones, or the the paper ones. Let's do the XX cash, and then we have to do the Totsi ones. Let me just find where the XX cash. We have some of the smaller ones as well. We'll do some of the big ones to start. These were sunk in the English Channel, and they were bound for the East Indies. Sudden death. Best way to go here. And then we will discover what else we've got on hand. Victory Noom, gonna start this. Sail off. Coin Hunter. Smallwood Johnson. And Krabby Coins. Gonna snag that one. We'll do one more sudden death, then we might do like a 19 start on these guys. I think no barnacle ones today, but you can see the nice shipwreck effect on these. Very solid. All right, that one will go to Krabby. We have, just so people know what's left, we've got 3 more. We'll go 10 seconds just to really speed through it. We've got 3 more of these, then we can try some of the 10 cash, which will be $14 starts. Palestine, so yes, I think I have one on my eBay. There's some like from ancient Palestinian regions. And then there's also some ones that are, I believe, struck under the British Mandate of Palestine in like the 20s and 30s. But I've sold some like coins that are struck in Gaza in ancient times. It's not super common that you see those, and I don't have any in my inventory that I'm aware of at the moment. Nice one for Krabby there. So that's basically that, I guess. These are the 10 cash, slightly smaller flan. That one's really well conserved. Hey, we love the crab, but the crab's competitive too. Yeah, I think now it may have sold, and especially with the current geopolitical events there, I wouldn't have been surprised if it would have sold rather quickly. Oh, that actually has some barnacle incrustation. Dang, I should have mentioned that. It's not a very good strategy to tell people that when they want barnacle ones, you don't have any and then sell them, but sometimes I'm silly. Maria Teresa Toller, I think we have one on eBay, unless we sold it. Unless somebody swooped in and snatched it out of our hands. We had a couple on eBay. I know we sold a couple, but I think they're still there. That sounds good, Charlie. We will get there after. Ooh, that one's nice and red. Awesome. All our things. And then we will get, there's a couple other, I think there was it Totsi or something came in? BCA with a couple of requests. I think I see like maybe 5 more of these. Nice one for Mint. These are cool too because these are really, you can see the Shipwreck gets to them a bit more. Bright ready coins. And then let's see, 1808. A nice Shipwreck effect item. I think that we've now got 3 more of these. And then we will be done with the Admiral Gardner. That one's pretty good. You know, both some saltwater effect, but also nice appeal. After Totsi, then, well, no, there's one that's even earlier than Totsi request. But I gotta get the Totsi stuff up. AD 20-5, I think it was. 507. What is that coin? I can't see it. Jarrett Long. Sure, what is that coin? Here's the last of these for today. Actually, this is telling me I have one left, but I can't see it, so it's probably good as gone. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, awesome. That's a cool coin. Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble selling the okay, so Totsi 8020-05, I think he said. Ah, yes. Let me see where that coin is though. Here it is. 20 seconds. Actually a pretty good coin to dollar start like this. And let me find this Lucius. And we'll go to Krabby, nice win. And then we will do, this is next, but BCA 045. Where did I put that coin? BCA. Oh, maybe I know where the other, no, shoot. Dollar start, same thing. Ooh, that should actually be popular for 20 seconds to get a nice King George halfpenny like that with a good die crack. Not so common. Very nice. Great patina. King George. I love that tet in your profile picture. Hoping to get some more. And then we have the earlier request, which was, I think it was this 1912 Australian. Better date. And then we have the Memmius. 1912, 3 pence. It's like a very low mintage, I think. I forget the exact detail, but it's nice looking too. And then let's try this for 89 bucks. No sudden death. Very nice looking plated denarius, an ancient forgery. Beautiful. He's got some good stuff going on eBay, I think, though, if you ever do the eBay lives. Krabby. Yeah, tons of them, Glenn. I think it says plated denarius. Yeah, but that's okay. It's not that somebody faked it yesterday, if that makes sense. Here we've got 149. Trajan Denarius in good shape. VF, a nice portrait consul for the second time. Seated victory looking left. 1500 silver if I have any. Just, I would type in 15 and then scroll and you'll see the 1500 stuff. But yeah, I'll run some of my, why don't we try some of my groats? But then you can just actually see like, oh, this is actually what I want. Because I upload, I put a lot of effort to upload everything. This is a 1495 to 1506 silver coin. And you got the horse going left. All right. No bids there. That's okay. We got some nice 1600s Swedish low percentage silver. Barry Call, what type of coin is that? Civil War tokens. I'm out of. Yeah, I think Treasure Town's out of Civil War tokens. Beautiful Solidus from, again, Livonia. I think pretty inexpensive. 072. Nice XF. It's like 229 coin, I think. Fantastic Sinope Dram. Beautiful. Example. And then maybe we go get a giveaway on AC 32-18 -32. Let's see. Buck and go. Couple sudden deaths here. Really good detail. This one is going to be 1656. See the 56 date very clearly there, which is nice. These often bid a little higher than the current range, but not so dramatically. I'm basically just downsizing the inventory on hand. That one is going to have great silvering. Very, very clear style and everything, which is, I think, nice. Crabby. Gonna win that one. Let's see what else. This one's a little lower grade, I would say. Any requests by anybody here, Crabby, or anyone else otherwise? 1656, same thing on this one. The Australia, sure. That one might be like 14 bucks. Some of those Australian ones, like the price guides on them are crazy high. Very pretty on this. Crusader. I think we're pretty low on Crusader types at the moment. Oh, shoot. Maybe, no, I think I forgot to get yours. Let's drop everything and focus on that, and then we have the request. That one's really good eye appeal. It is, what was it, WY31, I think, 09, I think? 09, 01. Those are very fun. Oh, okay, no more of those. 15, I think that's the one that we'll do after this. WY31, 09, 01. See how many of these go. Actually, these are probably like a 19 buck start. They're super nice. I think the ones that are left. 1607. Very nice uniface. Wolf Dietrich von Reitenau. Shipwrecks, exactly, SK. We have some chunky. I'm down to like do a big thing and just go through all of them. As you can imagine, they're not cheap. A couple of them, the prices went up because shipwreck market's been hot. There's a bunch of different dates, by the way, 1611. If there's any in particular, though, that you want me to run, I'm happy. We have some new ones. The Duro shipwreck. It's the same structure I've had in the past, where there's only, like, they are on consignment with me. So I'm a little less, like, if they don't go for a while, I'm probably just going to sell them. This one looks like a slightly different type, 16 super clearly up top. Maybe that's 1616, or maybe it's 1600 and it's cut off. Yeah, we have 8 reals. I would be happy to offer them. I think the 8s cost me 375, so I've been offering them at about 469. And then obviously, wholesale, there is some room. Let me grab the rest of them. That one's 1610. While I auction this one. 1610. 2 Kreuzer. Yeah, they're all slabbed. So we'll start with the 8s. And then we can do the smaller ones. These are the Vliegenhart. So, I think it's a Dutch shipwreck, I want to say. Well, Vliegenhart sounds Dutch. But yeah, I'm pretty positive. 469, no sudden death. 2010 auction. This is a Philip V. Again, chunky 8s. Some of the best types out there. Nice one for SK. This one, 003. Also going to be that same starting price. That's a big one. The flange seems fairly wide on that. And then we have one that's very like compact and square shaped. So they're all kind of interesting as a result. The 4s, by the way, will be 30 bucks cheaper. This one I think is maybe the least nice of them, but the square could be charming. So this is the last of the 8s that I have. I don't think it's quite as nice as the other 2. Yeah, I think they did. There you see the cross. Of course, stacking. It's for sure fun. Then next stop is these Duros. I have 300 of cost in them, so we could do some of the 4s if people want those as well. But I figured Duro, Shipwreck, these ones 300 of cost. Then I would put them at like 379. Try to make about $50 per, like that 15 to 20% range. 1859, 1000 race, genuine Duro Shipwreck. Let me look for that 064 shortly. We're going to do the 3 Duros first. And those are going to be $104 on the Phantoms, just so you know. I have $80 of cost in those, so I'd like to make about $15. $379 on these 2 as well. 1865. It says in hoc signo vinces. I think the Duro is it's RMS Duro. I think that would be a royal, like a British ship. And so let's then. We also have the Lyndahlers. I'll run a couple of the Travancore, or not. They're not Travancore. They are Tanjore. Speculatively attributed. That means that NGC is pretty like strict. Where if they're not 100% sure, they're not going to say it's definitively something. 1 second here. I'm getting a phone call from a friend. But yeah, 104 for one of these guys. Let me see and figure out. There is these nice gold Phantoms. Let me unlock that. And no bids there, but we have more Camp and Lyndahlers, and we have Liegenhart 4s in good shape. So these ones are $379. These are big time Dutch shipwreck coins. Very fun. $379. Is there a specific reason you wanted the 48, or which ones are those? I'm not exactly sure. And so, nice win for SK. I think Alex will be up soon as a heads. Beautiful big lion size silver. That one's 16 something. It looks like 16, 14. I don't know exactly. But again, big shipwreck silver. And then we can try some of the 4s. Oh, cool. Well, let me see what we have. These are again a little bit smaller of a denomination, but honestly, from an aesthetics point of view, I think they're pretty cool still. And then we have a handful of less. Yeah, 4s. A good date on it from the 1500s. Any other ones here that stand out? That one looks really nice. Alex, if you want to come in here, I can show you what I would like to have done. And so let me throw on another givey. But very fun to offer some of these guys. Nice League 4. They've been somewhere in the like. I sold the cheapest one that I had for $289. The other ones are like $299 to $400 or so. Let me show a couple of them. Yeah, let me just show a couple of them. I think that would be a good way to approach here. Let's see. AE Where are some of them? AE. Okay, that's not an Alexander tetradrachm, but it's a cool coin. This one's probably going to be like 349. And so, let's see, 349 for a nice Eumenes Kings of Pergamon tetradrachm. And then after that, maybe what's going on?
Hey, Alex just got here.
Perfect. If he wants to come in here, that would be good. Consolation, sure. Let me find them the Consolation. Sorry about that. I will do one more of these Alexander Tets. What's up, Alex?
What's up? How's it going?
Good. Do you want to start sorting these for me?
Okay.
That'd be helpful. I think that would be the best thing for now. Awesome.
Just all of these.
Yeah, these are mostly world, and you could do them on the table, maybe. Or Jim, do you need the table?
Which table?
Like the center one?
The island?
Yeah.
Island?
Okay. Cool. We can also do it on the other table. Sounds good. Yeah, and we'll get a constellation next. Beautiful though. Crossed legs, Alexandroi clearly down there. Fantastic shape. King of Macedon. Peace and Love will be the first one bidding. Congratulations on that pickup. And then, oh man, Constellation, yes. Let's find the nicest of the fours. The fours are not so cheap. I think I've sold you some better looking ones for less in the past. The reals are like, I think I have 150 on. I'm in them for 150. So these I would need 189. I'm kind of keeping that pretty tight. The other ones are 350. And it's probably like 429 for the fours. But I wish they were a little better looking. That's kind of the situation on those ones. So let's sudden death these 189 for a 1 real. It's JM because she has a double first name, so it's abbreviated. But it is not. Her name is not Jim. It's kind of like I'm not from the South, but she's from North Carolina, so it's also like a little, not a Southern accent to be like JM, but I feel like when I say it, it's one of the, I don't fake putting on an accent. Here we've got 4 reals from Consolation. I think this is probably the better one. The heaviest 4, let me just show them. I think this one has the best obverse, I think. I think the biggest one to me looks like this, and it probably has the best. These two have like but this one's maybe a little better cross. Here's the other one, and no pressure. It's it's just fun for me to show occasionally. Raleigh. Oh, awesome. I think I'll be in Raleigh in the summer. Not for the whole summer, but for a little bit. SK leading on this. And then I think I can also show more of the shipwreck stuff, but I don't want to. To the extent that you're interested in it, I can pull whatever from that group. All right, let's see what I have here. We've got a couple of the contemporary counterfeit boos, actually. It also looks like we have some of these nice Nepali types that I maybe didn't upload. Let's see. Oh, come on. Did I not upload any of these? Bummer. Let's see. I must not have. Dang. Well, we'll bring those back next show. Let's then do some of these contemporary counterfeit boo coins, which are also fun. Polex, yeah, let's get that one. So again, Described by the reputable Japanese seller as a likely counterfeit originating as early as the Edo period, though with potential for later reproductions. I don't think that they're a super high percentage silver. They said they are typically made of silver, but often lower purity. It looks lower percentage or very low percentage. They were basically, again, made to deceive people that they were legit. Um, so that's what these guys are. This one, let's see. It's like there are maybe two more. There's another one that I forgot to upload. Again, contemporary or, I mean, they also said like caveated possible modern. I just call them reference pieces. And then, yeah, Holex 4904. We'll get one more of those. And then, like this one, you could probably sniff it out. It just looks a little off. The pre-sale open boxing. Oh, yeah. Well, there's the pre-sale open box for this awesome collection that we're going to get in. That should come out later this week. There's another awesome collection that I just bought that is in a different category. Nice win for Mrs. Stanley. Let's see. We said WX 4904. At this point, I've been... and so I think I'm going to try to edit that tonight and then ship it out. 0423. Where is that coin? I'm like not seeing that item in front of me. There it is. Both of these 10 escudos, 1932 Portugal, 10 escudos. The melt in this is going to be $27.55. $27.55 for an already really cool type. Wait, P. Pratt, which one? Oh, is that the Julius Caesar one? I don't think I have. Do I have 1500s big silver? Oh, actually, you know what? I think I might have the perfect type for that. P. Pratt, which one were you looking for? A starburst like a Fugio. Are any of them these? Arrays in the background. WY3737. Let's see. I kind of want to run. Okay, I think this one was requested. WX64365. 3 pence from Australia. And then WY3737. What is that coin? Let's get the big. Huh. Let me just think in terms of ancient Greeks. Sure, Stanley. We have a bunch of ancient Greek silver that I think would be fun. 15 seconds. Sudden death. Ancient Greek fractions. The Lion Dollar. Shipwreck. JB, which coins for Shipwreck? I just sold a bunch of Shipwreck, but a lot of them are like $400 or $500 as like the base expectation, I would say, just to call that out in advance. Very nice. That looks like maybe an Ionian type, or no, I think that's a face staring to the right or left, maybe. Wish I had more of these guys. Ooh, that one's nice. Good level of detail there. You can see like a little birdie pretty clearly in the ink use. There's some taller that I'm thinking of, and I can't remember it. Nice one for turn and burn. Oh, that one's a little bigger. And this one might be a Roman provincial hemidram or something as well. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure what this guy is. Oh, the next one also might be conjoined boar's heads. Like one of, is it Islands of Lesbos? I forget exactly. But some kind of fraction. And a little larger in this example. I said that and I knew somebody would say that. Here we have a woman's face looking right. And then we have like a ram's head or something similar. In very good detail. These are all like 2,400 years old. And then this, I think, is a Lycaonia island, Lycaonia wolf type. I think it's an opal. They're normally pretty popular. And then we want I'm going to type in taller. There's one of the three brothers that would be perfect. Perfect for a like the purpose you were describing. There's also some emirs of Kundas. Like it's prior been independent. It's this big time 1613 Saxe Weimar, 8 brothers. It's like 249. No sudden death. This is 1613, over 400 years old. It's the perfect thing if you're looking to put it in a pendant because it's already been in one. Not really. Let's try some of these. These are like a little over 500 years old. These are counterstamped to 2 dinar valuations. Emirs of Kunduz, they often have stags on them. You can see the stag pretty well on that one. You can see the face, and then the neck and the body. And then there's the interesting counterstamp in very ancient times. I paid a good bit more than $4 for it. We'll try maybe another one. It has to work out well, right? That one has a really nice counter stamping, so good eye appeal. These are modern day Afghan. I think it was prior to Shayabanid rule. 13 to, I should be getting a couple of them in. That one won't quite be profitable, but it's not. It's very close to break even. I picked 5 for today. That one has good script on it. Very good level of script. The next one's super crazy. Super big flan. Joshua Heath Sampson. Here we have a 2 dinar. Really big flan. I don't see them like this too frequently. I think that that's the stag. Very interesting. And then our last, I think, of these right here. There's also some like medieval Turkmenistan / Uzbekistan. Oh, that one's beautiful. This is the nicest one by far. Take a look. You can see almost the full body of the stag. The head is pretty worn off. And then very sharp strike on this side. Huh, didn't go. We have some of these. I was by the very reputable dealer I bought them from. He called them silver. I'm not positive that they're silver. These are going to be half tankas of Haji Muhammad. It's Uzbek Islamic, but also like I think even modern day Turkmenistan possibly. Over 400 years old, half tanka. Very nice type. And that one's not going to do super hot either. We'll try this one We'll protect it. 14 bucks start. Very interesting. That one has really good script on it, and they're frequently struck off flan. Interesting types. Just not something. Very few dealers have these guys available, if that makes sense. Vespasian, no, I don't think I have Vespasian or Tiberius. The lion taller. The NGC Attica owls, I don't have any. I have like a half taller. Silver boy, gonna get that one. I have no. I don't think I have the Vespasians. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Coos. I don't think I have exactly what you were searching for, which I feel bad about, but just don't think I've got it. Nice type. And then let me see. Do I have more of these? I didn't think that I did. No. I think those that I had uploaded are not. AE 4105. Oh, those are nice. Are we looking for? Oh, Vespasian. Yeah. We have a Vespasian. Vespasian Tet floating around somewhere. Where is it though? I really want to sell that one to you. There it is. Has a very nice reverse. A very not nice obverse. 119. Start on this one. There's the beautiful reverse. I mean, it's not so bad, but it's just, I don't want to pretend it's like a great, sit around saying how great all the coins are. Very chunky, nice reverse. Let's see. Oh, what about Mughal? I sold out of these last time. Chunky. I've not gotten any ass on Indian coins today, but we have some good ones. So this would be like a 20 bucks start. They all sold the last time I offered them. Many bid higher. Magnificent Rajas of Baglana, struck in the name of Akbar the Great, who was a very famous ruler. Nice win. I just bought them for. How many did I buy? I bought 50 of them for 16 bucks. And flipped them for 18 bucks to another dealer like 2 weeks ago. They're cool. And so it's I might try to. We'll do one more. Maybe just one more for now. There's also a couple of the carts of Harriet. It looked Masonic. I'd be happy to try it. Japanese, yeah, we have a good bit of Japanese, though we've sold all the shoe and the boo. Unfortunately, Queen Elizabeth rupee. I forget where the ones that 24 is more where I was hoping these would be kind of as a floor. We'll start these next for 23 just to protect, because I don't want to really make a little bit sponsor. 8 real. We have a couple of the 8s, but they're all expensive. They're all some cool Shipwreck ones. 23. We've got 2 more of these. We can do carts later. Andres T. And then last of this type in today's auction, they always sell out quickly. This one's an interesting style. I don't know if it's all flan, but it has like a good look to it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, because it's cool. I wrote a paper once in college about the flows of Byzantine, which were struck in Constantinople, the solidi that are found all over Sweden. Mm. Why can I not find AE41? They should be like. Oh, there they are. I had misplaced them. Dang, sorry. All right, 03. Nice Nero Tet. This is expensive, and then we have the request for the Jettons that are on top, I think. 159. Nice silver Nero tetradrachm. Very fun. I think it was the one that I showed, Glenn. That's really the best one. Did you see it? Maybe you missed it. It was like a $249 taller. It's already been in a pendant, so it would be a lot more expensive if it hadn't been in a pendant already. But it's probably the best thing that I would have up that alley. This would be 19 bucks sudden death. I think these were the ones 1723, 23rd of October. Not as much on the small reals. We have some good ones on eBay. Silver Boy Blues. Not really. Not really. Not that I'm aware of. I might have some that I don't remember. 1758 Bâtiment du Roi. That one should bid up. Oh, it does look like there's a Masonic emblem, but it also just looks like a painter's easel. Who knows? Sorry, that's the one I think you were asking about. I'm 25. So I've reached Unk status because I do have a nephew now. What were the best things about being 25, man? And what would you have done? What would you give me advice-wise over the next 5 years? Louis the 14th. I won't promise I'll take the advice. How about that? That'll make it less deep. That's kind of you. Peace. 401k. I don't fully max it, but I get the match on my company, and then I put in. Actually, I put 15% into 401k. So I try to save pretty aggressively, and I've got it 70% U.S. index funds, 30% international. That's my retirement strategy. 1658 right here. Ex nihilo nihil fit. Nice. Actually, that one didn't go. I think is that the last of these Jettons on screen? We might have to dollar start them just so it's out of my mind. I'll be sad if it goes for real cheap though. That's a good point. I do my best on that front. Andres, those ones might be a little bit pricier, I would say. Just so you don't get too super surprised. I think the other ones cost me a bit more. Yeah. I will call out there's a little scratching there. But yeah, this one would be like 169 or so. No sudden death. I've never had any of that. Hopefully, I'll open up a coin shop sometime soon, and we'll be able to buy big collections. Right now, I'm buying from other dealers, flowing hair, rare. I'm not like if you have a good client base, you can sell that really well and get pretty strong money on it. And I don't think I'm differentiated enough to go buy from other dealers flowing hair right now and sell it. So that's why I don't have it. Really nice Danish chunky copper. Cool patina on there. 1812 12 skilling. Oh, sounds good, Andres. Let me pull that in a little bit. Might run a couple of other ones in front. And then yeah, is there interest for some of the porcelain too? $18.12. Super nice. And then we'll after these other few. Oh, there's also a couple of Viet ones that I forgot about. That one, without the scratches, jumps to like 190, 189 probably. Nice 1812. Chunky copper. It's like chunky on a small flan. Tyler Howe, thanks for the purchase. Says that's your first one from Treasure Town. Welcome, welcome. Huh, that one's also not uploaded. Well, I'll make this. We can change the SKU. That's the good thing about it. Yeah, I'll probably be an hour, Alex. Can I? Are you done sorting? Are you done sorting? Let me get. There's a couple more, and then well, actually, can he bring in the laptop? And I'll show him what I'd like him to do, which is to basically pull everything so that it's. What's going on, Alex? Could you find there's like a small laptop out there? Yeah. And I'll show you. You can then pull all the orders so that they're ready. People might add more to them, but you can start putting them like looking where everything's going to go. If you get that for me, I'll open it up. Very nice half skilling, super good appearance. 1838. Booker T's, nope. Awesome, thanks. Half skilling, perfect. Oh, other one. There should be one other. Sorry. AE 5908 for sure. I think you asked for the best one there. Nice win. Awesome. Let me see. So these should be, and I'm just gonna take a quick pause here because I want to. Sorry. Let's see. We've got shipments, and then let me just run this so that you can see. You can then look at the highest number of item ones, and you can like expand them. And here's these.
That whole row.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. We'll get this one is our next. I think it's like a $400 coin. Yeah, $400. No sudden death. Beautiful. So actually, Isaiah, who works with me, went to TCU. I did not. But it was started in high school because I worked in a coin shop starting in middle school. And I was like, hey, there's nobody making YouTube videos about them. So then I did. People thought they were actually not half bad. No, so I went down and hung out with them in Texas recently. I think so, Silver Boy. I paid about $100 different for them. I think like $90 different. So that's my opinion. I don't know if there's $100 of condition on it, but that can be a subjective thing. Very solid. 1812, almost like a little muted luster there. Should be a little bit more than a $4 coin. Let's see. So most of my pricing ends up being based off of how I paid for the coin. Yeah, it was really fun. I'm hoping to make a trip in April, which would be really awesome as well. Oh, we have some of the cool Japanese coins. We have some of the bean money that have proven to be super popular. This one's cheaper because it's only 4 grams, which is actually reasonably large for the bean money, but I bought a group of ones that were way bigger. So Silver Boy Blues going to be the first bidder on that one. Nice win. 34. They're going to jump to 38 after this one. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's probably a better way to do it, right? But actually, no. There will be. I hope that one's crazy. Like, sometimes I wonder if it's, did I get a really good deal or did I pay a little too much? But those Alex Tets have been really popular. Silver Boy, gonna snag that. This one, I think I didn't see that it was a touch of the similar size, so we'll bring it down to 34. Not trying to squeeze every dollar out of everybody. Then it'll probably jump up after the next. And then got a few of the, what are they called? Like 5 or 7 fan. Oh, there's also some Sodomana. I forgot about those. These are solid Viet 7 fan cash coins. Nice eye peel on those. They're always pretty popular. And I'll try to bring back some of the other Chinese cash types in the next auction and a wider variety that includes some of the Vietnamese that are not this one. Long. We have 2 others left. They're all pretty good eye appeal, like this one. Very, very fun. That one has really good reverse. You can see the characters very clearly. It's quite nice. Yeah, exactly. There's maybe 1 or 2 types that I have not brought because I haven't had time to inventory them. Okay, after this, what else would be awesome? Oh, shoot, I forgot. People were looking for the Notgeld, the German ones. I think the remainder are all pretty nice. Dang, $4 is not so hot. Nice win. That's great. I'm glad it's going to you though. You're a good guy. This is a prisoner of war camp Hungarian Notgeld 50 Heller from the Kenyer Mezzo prisoner of war camp. I'm gonna go and give this one 20 seconds because that one I think was a good outcome for the buyer. This is 20 filler again. Kenyer Mezzo war. Nice one for Silver Boy. And then I think we have, do we have another one? We have a very nice shape 1, and there's a 2 as well. 1915. I actually don't know the significance of this prisoner of war camp, but Hungarian, there's all these smaller powers that were involved. And then we can try WX69. This is a good-looking Halle 1920 10 Pfennig. Stadt Halle. Yes, absolutely, SK. Let me grab it. Is it okay if I do one of? I'll do the other Notgeld that I had. There had been some requests for them, and then we will try This one's a nice octagonal little 10 with like a soldier. No. The way it works, Glenn, is that I am in California, our eBay is all in Texas. I would say the best remaining one, I wouldn't do that one, it's a bit chipped. Actually, I think the nicest one, well, I'll give you the choice. Same price as earlier. There's a world where this one with the big hit on the front. So here's Lion Dollar 1. Here, I think this one I wouldn't do. Lion Dollar 2. Just not as nice. This one, this side is really good. This side is solid, but then you have this big scratch on that side. So I'll try the scratched one. I would recommend going with the other one. But just in case, there's also a world where multiple people. I mean, I've sold a lot of these at $379 before. This one, there's a big scratch. Sounds good. Great. This one might have the best man on the back of it. This one has, I think, solid looking on both sides, and the face of the man on the back is pretty good. Nice win. All right, at this stage, I want to make sure I'm getting things people are excited about. We do have some of these. We've sold most of our Japanese. We have some of the bean money. We can run some of these. This is a good looking one. Probably start them at like $13. 100 mon. Japanese type. Let's see. Any other ones? Any other requests at this stage? Let's see, $13. Fallis. Let me just type in Fallis and see what pops up. Oh, here's that 3737 if people ask for it. Fallis. Follis. There's none. I need. I'm so excited for the coins to get back from grading. We do have some South African silver. Historically, has been popular. We could try. These are fun. Indian. These I've sold a huge amount for. They've all started at 34. This one's pretty nice for the type. Sounds good, Germ. WY24015. Oh yeah, for sure. That's a little pricier, but it'd be fun to show. Silver Boy will get that one. $34 right here. WY24015. The Consolacion, sure, Joshy boy. They're pretty worn. I think it's $350 if cost in the 4 reals. So I'd start them for $439, especially because I can send them back if they don't sell. So if 439's off-putting, maybe we don't find it. Look at them. Super nice Claudius. Minerva on the back, facing right. We can do the last two of these Chowan. There's also a couple of the armillary sphere coins. Sold the first two that we offered here. They're all pretty well centered, actually, from in terms of these ones. The one that those are almost all. I think I only have one of those left, and there's two of these left in the show today. Very sharp obverse there. This one is 1659. The other cobs, the Vleegs are I think 439 as well. I think it's all 439. Just so you know what you're getting into. So let me get those cobbies for everybody. The cobs actually look pretty good. Nice one for Coins Crazy. 439 on these guys. No exclamation. That's right. Sure, Brianna. I was wondering if this would like bid way up. It did not. Very fun type. Oh, we have a little more. I forgot about this little nook of Jettons that is over here, and I just found. And some cool porcelain. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Let's run these. All dollars start 20 seconds. The Marley machine pumping water from the Seine. Actually, no, this one's not going to be sudden death because it's really cool. The Marley machine was used to pump the water used to supply the fountains of the Palace of Versailles. That is extremely cool. Bâtiment du Roi. This one should be a bid way high type situation. Yeah, T.S. Burkhart sounds good. I think it's like 179. I've just pulled it. Is that okay if we run them after? There's like a handful of Jettons in front of it. A little better Jetton type there. Fire Ardent 698 is this one. Oh, nice. Super clear lightning. Oh, and that's so cool because extraordinaire de guerre. It's like slightly abbreviated, 1691 dated. Man, I forgot about these great Jettons for a while now. Super fun. Love that look. Mm. 1715, that's nice too. La Cura Quietum Solicitat. Hercules sitting on a rock on the left below two young girls are presenting him with fruit. Then two more Jettons, then we have the Owl 4A, and then we have some Porcelain Notgeld. Oh, what's up, Double A? Yeah, I did not get out to the Buena Park. Here we have. Oh, beautiful. What is this? Monnoy de Lille. Man. Great, like lots of bees. Let's get a giveaway. And we've probably got 30 more minutes or so on the show, so make sure to get the requests in. After this last of this Jetton series, we're going to do the 4A Owl Tet. This one is going to be a veiled woman standing and presenting a laurel wreath to a warrior, Feuardon, 1051. WY3102. I've pulled that one. Josh, I think I sold all of them. There might be one misuploaded one, but they were all like high 20s for the 20s, and like I think I started them at 14, but they all bid up on the 10s. I'll bring back a bunch next show if you bookmark all my future ones. Here's the 4A Owl. All right, then I have to take it out. Thank you for the reminder. Nice little owl tet. Sorry about that. Oh, there are some. Wait, what is it? Oh, they somehow, I don't know. I'll correct that in the future. It looks like there's a bunch that are available. They used to be buy nows, but they got changed, I guess. Man, this cough. One marks from Bad Weixdorf with a snake on them. They're porcelain Notgelds. Yeah, thanks, Mint. Then we do have some of those stacking collectibles. Stan Lee with the win of the day. The other ones will be $15 starts. They're a little better than 9. One mark. And then there's the WY. I need to look at what it is. WY31. That's going to be a $2.39 start for that Kronenthaler. Then there's a couple other Kronenthalers that are a little cheaper. Here's the last of these porcelain 1 mark coins. If you missed out, the last of those, WY3102. It's cleaned, but it's a big, big coin. Let's see. Yeah, 229 I think is where I'm at on this one. Big, chunky 1815 silver. Extra nice Widow's Mites. I think I'm all out of mites. We're going to get a bunch of mites, though, later this week. So by next weekend, I can promise we'll have awesome mites all over the place. Not all over the place, but like, you know what I mean. Plenty where if you want one, you'll get one. Beautiful Gallienus Antoniani. The stag type. Magnificent style. This is like zoo type coins. I tried it, TS. It didn't sell. I'll show it again. It's a 179 coin. Yeah, we should have some Abbasid. Yeah, we'll do all the Abbasid after this. There's the one side. There's the other side. Where is the Abbasid? Let's find it. Oh, yeah, we do have some of the we also have a couple of the, how do you call them? They're the ant-nose money. Ancient Chinese proto-money. This one, if it's lower eye appeal, I'll go 24. If it's higher eye appeal, we'll do 29. Thickest coin I have? Probably the porcelain pay. Big Pappy will be the first bidder on that one. Yeah, I think some of these will be more in the 24 range. Yeah, here's the bag. They are gambling tokens from the 1760s to the 1875. Lovely little antnose items. Not quite coins, but certainly money. And then we've got to try the opposite. Is this Al-Muhammadiyah? Al-Muhammadiyah? Nice silver dirham. Yeah, Lily, I've got the 100 mon. If those are interesting, they're $13 starts. At which point I'll make between $3 and $4 per item. This is Madinat Al Salam. Would you like them, Lily? Yeah, about 13 bucks per 100 mon. Harun al Rashid, the Golden Age. I don't think so. I might have stuff, but it's a little tricky of a request. I would generally say yeah. That's how it's a tricky request there. But I appreciate it. It's good to have careful consideration for what you're looking for. Here is a Japanese Tenpo Tsuho. Germ, I think is it the X mount one? I think that's like a 239. It's kind of the range we're working with there. But I wish the mount is still like there's a little bit of it embedded, which is not ideal. I can show it. I don't mind running it, and it doesn't get a bit. That's fine. If you think you'd like to take a shot at it. Turn, what's up? I'm Emil. There's a little bit of Parthian. I don't know if you saw that. I think a couple of them are new. Let's see. We'll cross fingers. These ones bid a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. If you're putting it back in a mount, that's the coin you got to go with. If not, then it becomes a question. Let me find it. There it is. Nope, no Legionary silver. Wish I had it though. Beautiful there. I've got some at NGC, and I think we have a little bit in Texas / on eBay, but I don't have any with me here. Why don't we... Let's see, what other types do we have that could be fun to run? Seeing some French coins. Oh, that's an Afghan type. That's actually a cool type. Forgot about those. 24 bucks, sudden death. Everything's sudden death. Let's put a Givey on. Oldest coin, Lily. All the ones that are Greek fractions are going to be at least like 2,300 years old. They're pretty cheap. They're all dollar start. 1655, actually quite good eye appeal. French Liard. Should bid a lot higher than $7. That's okay. This one is more like in that range. 1658. Yeah, sounds good, Glenn. Ant money, sure. I'll try the ants. This one has good eye appeal. 1656, extremely clear. Then we'll do the Four Brothers. Then we'll do the ants. What is that? 2606 Israeli. I have a bunch of Israeli coming to me. These are a little bit less expensive because they're in tougher shape. 24 bucks. We sold one of them already. Nope, no Caligula. Three Brothers. Tyrian shekels? No. I've like asked my friends, but they're so expensive right now. I mean, that's probably just what whoever buys them will have to do is just kind of. I think that was the request. 2606. Yeah, 239. Yeah, for sure. The thing is, I haven't ID'd them, so some of them will be like 2400, 2300. I think this is the one, Germ. Oh no, WX. What is that? Much earlier coin. And then we'll do the Greek fractions. If I can find it. It is being very elusive. Yeah, I can't find that. I'm gonna remove it from the sale. I apologize. That's still in there. What? Oh, WX. Yeah, no, it's not in there. It's frustrating. Four denier. Sudden death. I should have some nice Byzantine bronzes coming in as well. Sounds good. I'll probably be done in 15 minutes. So I can always bring it back. Again, clear date 1696 there. So we'll get back out at cost, I guess. Let's see. Also nice 1696. Actually, let's do one more giveaway and then we'll just end the show when that one's over. 1770. That's pretty. Synaxarian. Awesome. Sounds good. Let me look for it. It is an 8. Very nice. That one's also good looking. 1792 or 3. UA09043. Really cheap to Jess. The 8. Oh, did that not sell? I thought it did. Maybe it didn't. I think that's the last of them. Sold the other two at, I believe, 469. Nice Cobb Shippy. All right, let's do a final givey for this evening. Yeah, of course. and then we'll conclude. What should we run? We have a couple of ancient Indian. Oh yeah, we'll do some of the ancient Indian. These are 450 to 300 BC. They're like $15. Medieval Jettons. Roman Republic Pacific. Sure. Let's see. Sold a good bit of Roman Republic stuff. Silver Boy Blues. I don't think I have much in the way of medieval Jettons. Greek fractions, yes, we've got Greek fractions on the way. These ones are nice. Just gonna offer these till they go. Silver Boy. We'll start these. We'll just do 10 seconds a pop. And then that one's nice. What's up, Jinx? We're really closing this one down. If there's anything you'd like to have run specifically, let me know. Now, it doesn't mean that it's bit Greek. Sounds good. This one, this is Roman Republican. At 159, beautiful style. Pacific Stacker in the lead. Yep. It's really just condition is the differential in them. We wanted to do some of the Greek fractions. We'll maybe do like 3 more. Now they all have like interesting style on them. That one looks like a little, I don't know, buggy or something. Sounds good. Yeah, Jinx. I'll pull those. Oh shoot! I only gave 10 seconds. Oh, that has a great like bird facing right. That's super nice. Should be. We sold one of those for like 15 earlier. Oh, I mean, I don't want to be trapped and then somebody saying, "Oh, I'm trashing on other whatnot sellers." I don't think that I get low prices per se, but I think that my business model is such that I'd rather sell a bunch of coins than have every last one get every last dollar on every coin. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's pretty low cost for me to sell you one here versus if you have like a store and you're only relying on the storefront to sell. This one's like $3.79. No sudden death. It's got a little bit of like flan cracks, but also the coin is good looking. This could bid high. Hey, what's going on? COC, no gold. A lot of Alexander though. This one's the same start price of $3.79. Very nice Alexander. Super nice flan. Maybe I'll give these a little more time to bid because I think I'm actually starting them at prices where they can have a lot of room higher. $3.79 here. Totally Silver Boy. I could see these all being very popular. I just upload them for the show. Great little H below, MP wreathed to the left, Alexandroi, and good detail in the face. And then we have It's kind of our closing bell to an extent. This one is going to be a bit higher priced, $389. Just paid a little more for it. Compact flan with some golden hues and a great detail on Zeus with the bird in hand. They're all really nice though. And we'll go to Silver Boy, of course, stacking. This one, $359, slight discount. I could see it jumping back though. Not much in the way of Ptolemy. Oh, why is this even discounted? I just got a good deal on it, I think. I bought, I think 7 of them. I've sold most of them. I think I brought them for pretty reasonable pricing. Actually, let me see if I can find the Ptolemaic. And then this one is interesting because it's nearby. This is Eumenes, Kings of Pergamon, 365. Not an Alexandrian tet, but similar. Really, really nice. Germbra sounds good. It's probably like a 179 coin, but it's pretty worn. But I think it has good eye appeal. Beautiful Eumenes tet. And then let's see, where are the other Alexanders that I had here? There's not many, but I do think I have at least one that I forgot to run. Or actually, I mean, I didn't even have that many. No, here's the one. This one is going to be more expensive. This is like 409. Beautiful. Almost looks like a little lambda underneath. Japanese magic. Yeah, I have some of the bean money. Ptolemy, Kuzbane. The ones that I have are nice one for Emma Meal. The beans, I've sold all the ones at a minimum of 34, which I just wholesaled some for 34, but they were a little bit chunkier, but not by much. And then we'll do some of the Ptolemies maybe to close, but then I actually do have to take off. Yeah, Barry, I think a lot of other dealers charge a lot more for their coins than I do. But, I mean, if that's what people are paying, they can pay it. The square ones, I'm all out of those. We've got some of these big, crazy Tenpo Tsuho ones, though. We sold a bunch at the 13 start. And then I need to go find the Ptolemaic ones that I started. I can also bring them back another time. Nice one for Isaac. Let me see. Well, there's a couple Ptolemaic. Maybe I'll just try a few experiments here. We've sold so many of these. Here's my little baggie of porcelain pay, 13 bucks. Figure we'll run a couple of them. Sold so many at that 13 start. No problem, Jinx. I'll bring it back in another show probably. And no guarantees I'll sell it. Awesome. I think this is a great show. I'll come back soon. Well, maybe what would be a fun... If people want interesting Asian coins, let's see. We have some of the porcelain. And we'll... Porcelain gaming chips. They're very fun. But it's been a fun show this evening. Nice surface. We will see you guys soon. Thanks so much, all. And let's go raid. Of course. Let's see who else is. Let's go